Adrian Cole, salute. What's good with you, King? Stay ready. What's good with you, King? Ghetto Love, D-Man Jr., Vital Newton. What's good? Scant Rants, Marcus Crane, Clarence McLean, Kenyatta Ali, Musa Cisco, DB, Mr. Shelton, Mr. Knowledge, Boxing Dad, Art by C4 Black, I Remember the GOAT, G5_Gabe, Ancestral Rage, Big Homie Coop, salute. What's good, my peoples? Dwayne Jefferson, Stephen Lamontes Hawkins, Antonio Hicks, Rock Sports, Bumpy Thompson, Big Homie Coop, salute. Vedrick Lackey, Earl Lightsey, Mr. Shelton, Kenneth Howard, Kurt Bridges, Bobby Sanders, Javon Freeman. It's good, my peoples. Melfi Cruz, God's Greatest, Dion Folks, Will Collins, salute. Y'all can hear me, right, my peopleizations? Lamar Brown, Wesley Owusu, OG Eric in St. Louis. Pardon me, my peopleizations. My brother, Drew Titan, what's good with you, Drew? Brad Six, Ernest Martinez Jr. Go subscribe to my brother, Drew Titan. Clarence McClain, Robert Richardson, Derek Young, Tim Porter, Emmanuel Momo, Patrick Pinchinen, salute. Brandon Watson, salute. What's good with you, Brandon? Kenneth Howard, Bird for Marketing, salute. Yeah, man, the champ is back, huh? Brad Six, salute. J-Way, Kennedy Linda, Lou Ken, salute. Star, salute. Isaac Uboa, salute. Reg Loke, salute. David the Real Thomas, Travis Touchdown, salute. Shannon Hill, salute. Combo Breaker 99, salute. Gold, salute. Will Collins, salute. What's good, my peopleization? Smash the like button. Mo 2013, Shannon Hill, NBA D Nice, salute. What's good? Smash that like button, man. Brian Thomas, salute. What's good with you, King? Mr. Finesse, salute. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Philly Miz 215, DNL Lingo, salute. What's good, my peoples, man? Asheen Lights. What's good? What's good? My brother, Drew Titan, what's good? Drew Titan, what you got to do in a little while, King? Because I think my special guest might not be coming on. I think our times is off. I'm about to check now. Bogart Skrilla, where you been at? Star, salute. Supernova Sun 77, salute. Yeah, Drew, I'm gonna hit you up because second half of this show, I want to bring on my peoples, and we're gonna talk about this Gary Russell, Devin Haney situation. What's blazing in sports? Salute. Kenneth Howard, salute. So Drew, send me your email. Lisa Snow, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Send me your email, Drew. John Legene, salute. Because we got to talk about that. And I want to talk about I feel your pain, Bogart Skrilla. That's what it's all about. Azza D, salute. So the champ is back working. which I already knew. Focus. So that just debunks all the notion. My brother DB, what's good with you, DB? Linda Morrison, Cole Summer, salute. Renee Bosch Young, what's good with you, Renee? Renee, you got my number? Go subscribe to Renee Bosch Young. Renee, you got my number? Kendrick Watkins, salute. John Kono, salute. Shiny Brown, peace of blessings. Do you think the fight going to happen? No. Corey Guyton, salute. Anthony Williams, American Patriots 1776, salute. Pito Frescoball, my brother, salute. Wow, I'm hot, man. I feel extra hot right now. Feel extra hot. Get your body moving. Yeah, Cortez 4207, Final Punch Boxing Channel, salute. Appreciate you, man. Same to you. All right, Renee. Yeah, check that out. 88 Sports Talk. Theo Guyton, salute. What's good? Final Punch Boxing Channel. Same to you, King. Same to you. So, oh, you talking about American Patriots 1776. I apologize. I was, yeah, Wilder Fury, yeah, it's going to happen. Rob Sportsman Lee, Xavier Moses, Bushido Kai, salute. Sean Snowden, salute. Chris Johnson, salute. Salute to Texas. I thought you was talking about Devin Haney, Gary Russell. Pardon me. That fight is not going to happen, I don't think. I'm almost certain it's not. But Wilder Fury, oh, for sure. That's going down. December 19th. Now, the date may change. December 19th is the target date. Now, the date may change. But listen, let's talk about it. And I think I'm going to open up the phone lines. Kick Science Socially, what's good? And listen, I need y'all to do the speed limit when I send out the number. H. Morgan, salute. LS, a.k.a. Tags, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Chris Turner, salute. I'm going to open up the phone lines when we have the panel. But I'm going to need y'all to do the speed limit, all right? Geo James, Khalil, 98, salute, King. Kashif Dixon, Kenneth Howard, salute. Yeah, I had an unfortunate situation today. Got some unfortunate news. My wife lost her uncle today, so that's unfortunate, man. So, but y'all know the grind don't stop with your boy Blue. Duke, salute. Duke, where you been at, man? H. Morgan, yeah, you been missing too, man. What's really good with y'all? Okay, Renee. Hold on, let me get that. Let me get that, Renee. And where's I want to bring on let me tell Kurt. Supernova Sun 77, salute. Appreciate you, man. Brian Powell, salute. Bird for Marketing, salute. Renee, let me get that. Let me get that before it goes away. Got you, Renee. I'm gonna send the link and like in the second half of the show. Thomas Moreland, salute. So give me to like you Drew. Drew. Renee, I'm gonna send y'all the link at like 4:30. Kendrick Watkins, salute. I just want to cook on some stuff, and then at like 4:30, I'm gonna send y'all the link. 22 Machiavelli to Don. What's good with you, King? I saw you here yesterday, and I felt like I saluted you, but then I felt like I didn't. So I don't know if I saluted you yesterday. Herbert Marshall, salute. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, man, he fell, man, and Carpenter, he fell and hit his head, man. Unfortunate, man. That's why every day, man, you gotta tell your loved ones you love them. Terrence Bailey Sr., peace and blessings to you, King. Peter Reeves, salute. Jaleel Hunter, salute. Gerard Castro, salute. Snacks B, salute. Even though, we go back and forth, like I'll debate y'all. Shannon Hill, salute. Mark Fralin, salute. Grant Hovey, salute. Craig J, salute. We could go back and forth. I might put you in timeout for a second. Taz Muhammad, Chef Curry, salute. But just know it's all love, man. You know what I mean? Just know it's all love, man. We talk about sports. We could get, we could get high. We could get low. All of that, man. At the end of the day, know it's still love, man. It's still love for me. You understand? Black Star Sports TV. Jermaine Fowler, salute. Just know, you know what I mean? Underground Solid, my brother, salute. Edward James, salute. You understand? Just know that. Like yesterday, me and the brother Jupiter B was going back and forth. Me and the brother Robert Rowland going back and forth. It's all love, though. T. Joyner, Ethan Fresh 73, Snacks B, for your entertainment, salute. You understand what I'm saying? Take your cut, my brother, salute. Baz Doe, salute. Yep, Wilder's fighting Fury again. It's going down. Woo-wee! I can't wait. I can't wait. You understands me. I can't wait. Eric Ocasio, salute. Man, Eric, man, I saw y'all yesterday. Salute to my brother Chris Brown 4-5 in the building. Ross Francis, salute. Troy McCullum, salute. I saw y'all yesterday, man. I was so disappointed in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Hey, listen, man. How they had a combined 24 points? How did they have a combined 24 points? And Murray, he had more points than them combined. Syndicate J, my brother, salute. Grassy Knowles, salute. Edward James, salute. Red Eye, salute. Yeah, Eyes the D, Wilder time, baby. Kendrick Watkins, salute. Lawrence Harris, mean one, salute. Peter Reeves, salute. Bull one, salute. Smash the like button, you come on in. The date is looking like it's going to be December 19th. Salute to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Peter Reeves said, I want Charlo versus Eubanks Jr. No disrespect to Chris Eubanks Jr., but he can't beat Jamal Charlo. Scott Birmingham, salute. What's good with you, King? Shaq Bellhort, salute. Sport Guy 17, what's good? December 19th, Tony Jackson, salute. That's the date. Now, obviously, with everything going on, it's subject to change. All right, fellas, salute. Michael Woodard, Derek Young, salute. The Reddit Scholar, salute. Aaron Parker, salute. Picasso, what's good with you, Picasso? Where you been at? Paragon of Principles. There you go, freezing. Paragon of Principles, salute. Vinny Vincent, that dude. Jashawn Giles, Boxing Truth Serum. Miss TTUK, what's going on with you, Queen? You live life. If y'all never see Miss TTUK, she live life to the fullest. That's how you're supposed to live. You understand? Houston Weary, salute. That's how you're supposed to do it like that. Because you never know what's going to happen. June the Great, my brother in the super chat. What's good, Blue? Finally got the notification. Yeah, man. That's great today, right? Amari NT 21, salute. Pat Gordon, salute. Salute to my brother June the Great. Yeah, smash the like button, man. We got 350 people. We should have 350 likes. Smash the like button. Smash it. Jay Dixon. My brother, main event Mark in the building. What's good with you? My brother, Jay Dixon. Miracle T-Baby. Peace and blessings to you. What's good with you? She said he said in West Side, Atlanta. Salute to the ATL. The Fool. Salute. Alfred Yashirala. Salute. Yeah, smash the like button, man. Get the likes all the way up, man. 355 people. We should have 355 likes. Hey, Wavy. What's good with you? Hey, Wavy. Deshaun Thompson, salute. Man, so I was so taken back with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Man, how they gonna have Kerry Sims, salute. Fly High 89, what's good, my guy? Jerome Teasley, salute. B Max, salute. How you gonna have two guys with their stature, the level of players they are, combined for 24 points in a game 7, and Murray, who's nowhere, not considered on neither one of their level, come away with, I think he had like 40 points. He nearly doubled the amount of points they had. VV Soccer Blitz, salute. How? Javon Freeman, salute. Fame, salute. So let's get into it. The champ is back. Boom. The champ is here. 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 Yeah, he coming back. He hit. My brother, I am ill will. Go subscribe to my brother, I am ill will. Right? Yeah, 88 Sports Talk. I can't even understand that, man. I like Craig J. I like Murray, but compared to Leonard and Paul George, come on, man. Come on, man. Brian G. Salute. Come on. Lawrence Williams, my brother, what's good with you? Winston Lee, salute. That dude, salute. I want Murray on the Knicks. Won't happen. That's too good to be true. The real Jew Shalom, salute. That's too good to be true. Won't happen. Smash that like button, my peoples. We got 415 people. Let's get 415 likes. What's really good? How many likes we got? Smash the like button. So let's get into it. Right? Nephew Charming Chucky, salute. Travis Touchdown, salute. One of Wilder's training mates right now came out and he said, Mark D1, salute. Right? He came out and he said, Deontay Wilder looks absolutely extraordinary. The odd fella, salute. MG 42 Pillbox, salute. MZ Talks Boxing, salute. My brother, Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens. Go subscribe to my brother, Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens. Baby G Camacho, salute. He said, oh, geez, no excuses like that. We haven't been together a long time. Yeah, I don't know, man. That was disappointing, man. I was so looking forward to the Lakers and the Clippers. Tony TV, salute. And it's like, it's not surprising. That's just 2020, right? Elijah Campbell, Solomon Duncan, salute. Cinnamon Savage, salute. That's just the year 2020, right? That's how 2020 goes. Who would ever thought the Clippers would get eliminated by the Nuggets? Nobody. James Dunnigan, salute. So anyway, Deontay Wilder, a guy that's been training, upcoming boxer. He's been training with Deontay Wilder. He's been in the mix. And all of the talk, remember, we had all of these people coming out and saying, well, why isn't he talking? He must be, under the weather. He's under his covers, right? Right? Jen Canoe, salute. Right? But now you see, like I told y'all, he's in great spirits. But guess what? Right? Everybody is curious because everybody is cautious of the unknown, right? So nobody knows what they're going to get from Deontay Wilder. Nobody knows what he's going to be, right? So everybody, when you come home, wireless buzz shop, earbuds, salute. What's good with you, King? Hey man, I keep meaning to make the video, and I haven't finished it. Nino Brown, salute, so I could shout it out. Alfred Yasharala, salute. But I'm gonna get to it, man. So I could support that, and I gotta support my brother Terrence Bailey Sr. He has some things going on. I'm gonna support that. Brandon Shamar, salute. Sylvester Solomon 2011, salute. John Gray, salute. IB Mac Group, salute. Mr. DJC 92, salute. JMJ 2121, what's good? Where you been at, King? Where you been at? Millie Blood, salute. So with that said, right? You ever know you got a girl, wife, fiance, children, mother, Rocco 3, B Banks, Mellow S, salute, right? And you don't know how to take her, right? Because she's not responding, she's not saying nothing, but you know you did something wrong, boxing goes, salute. So you got like nervous energy, right? Ja the Real, salute. Asharala Shapash Ben Yawada, salute. A McKinney, my brother, salute. You don't know how to take her, right? So you like, how should I go about this? The Chosen Kid, salute. Rob Jack, salute. So you cautious because you don't really know how to move, what to say, right? Because you don't know what's going to spark what reaction, right? And that's what's going on with Deontay Wilder. The boxing world, the media, the boxers, mainly Tyson Fury, are unsure what they're going to get. Carlos Enrique, salute. They know what he posed, right? Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. Smash the like button. Let's get them likes all the way up. Razor 5313, salute. Nah, it's all good, JMJ 21. We did away with that. Smoothie King, salute. We did away with that. We settled that. Wireless Buzz Shop Earbuds, my brother in the super chat. Smash the like button for a boxing channel that keep it real. Salute to you, King. You a bad blank won't wizzy. Mezzo, salute, Blue Blood. Beantown, it's your boy. Salute to you, King. Salute to my brother, Boxing Conversation, Reggie Owens in the super chat. He said Wilder is locked away in the lab like he's supposed to and perfecting his craft. He's shifting away from raw ability. He dominate to fine tuning his skills. Yep. And that's Ahmad's mom, my brother, salute. Quentin Stewart, salute. Jay West, collab, salute. Hey, and Reg, that's what they don't like. Or should I say TR, Sean Staten, salute. Or Reg, should I say that's what they wary of. Salute to my brother James Dunnigan in the super chat. Wilder's just getting his mind right, plus he's out for blood. Facts. Mr. Kaboom, salute. They don't know what they're gonna get from him. Nitty G, my brother, salute. Tory Hartness, salute. They don't understand. So we got 500 people. Let's get 500 likes. Smash the like button, my peoples. We got 500 people. Let's get 500 likes. Mr. Jones, salute. So nobody understands. They don't know what they're gonna get from him, right? They wary, right? Nobody likes. Listen, there's a few things people don't like. I remember the gold, salute. It's things that people don't like. JC, salute. And that's change. People don't like change. Familiarity. You're comfortable. Comfortability. Familiarity. Right? They're comfortable with Deontay Wilder talking. They're familiar with his stance and his confidence. But this is a whole new version. Hubble Telescope, salute. HTI Auto, salute. What's good with you, King? This is a whole new approach. And they're not used to this. They don't understand. You understand? So it's making them like, man, it's making them uneasy. If that makes sense. It's making them uneasy because they don't know what to expect. Roger Hammer, salute. My brother in Super Chat, Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather are having an exhibition. Yeah, I heard about that. Clovis Tayon, salute. Samuel Dumas, salute. That's the thing. OG Swag, salute. It's like Floyd is making a mockery of his career at this point. Signs of the Times, AQ, salute. Like if one hand you're saying that you don't need no money, you got billions of dollars, what are you doing? Dimitri Cohen, salute. What are you doing? Why would you have an exhibition with a YouTuber? Huh? Some things should be, sacred. Right? Ron Gibson Jr., Will Bridges, salute. Now, if you want to have a sparring session, Galvatron, salute. You want to have a sparring session behind closed doors? All for it. You understand? Or maybe a glorified smart, but a full blown, like an extra. Like, what are we doing here? Mr. Mont, salute. Like, I don't understand. Where are we going with this? Sports Guy 17, salute my brother in the super chat. Wilder's back. Team Wilder for life. Keep doing the do, my brother. No doubt. Salute to you, King. Sherman Bray, salute. Where you been at yesterday, King? Zachary Goldman, salute. So Judge Smith, salute. So it's like, what are we doing here? Tracy Jones, salute. Your career, like, man, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like I don't understand. Like, what's the reason for it? Like, bro, you retired undefeated, richest boxer in history. You broke all these records. Stay sacred. Stay there. Eric Crawley, salute. Stay there. But I mean, to each his own. To each his own. Stay there, though. Stay there. Or if you're going to do this, compete. Piedmont Rock, salute. My brother LaRon Reviews. Go subscribe to my brother LaRon Reviews. Stay there. Salute to you, Ron. Lou Hinton, my brother, pillar of this Bulldog Sports TV. Salute, King. If you're going to do that, stay there. Or you're going to come back, compete. Zachary Goldman, my brother in the super chat, he said, do you think Floyd's exhibition match is a desperate ploy for attention? Blue, also, what are your thoughts on Wilder Fury 3? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Zachary Goldman. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like, you don't want to not. It's like he don't want to be out the spotlight. KP from KC5, my brother, salute. T-Star, salute. It's like he don't want to be out the spotlight, but he don't want to compete. So it's like nephew Charmin Chucky, salute. It's like you're making a mockery of your career. PLG Ski, salute. That's what you're doing right now. It's like, bro, okay, we had the Conor McGregor situation. Leave it be. He can't. Stu Baby Love TV. Head busting boxing. Salute. See, this is what I tell y'all. Listen. Every boxer says the same thing. Antonio Whitner, salute. Slim Jim 314, salute. Otis Harris Sr., salute. Everybody says the same thing. I'm not going to let the sport retire me. I'm going to retire from the sport. Right? That's Floyd's biggest thing. But it shows, Muhammad Arif, salute. It shows every day that he has a hard time not compete. For one, the love of the sport, we know it's still in him. He's still in tip-top shape. Rivalin, salute. He's still in Vernon McIntyre, salute. Latrens Redding, salute. He's still in tip-top shape, which lets us know he can't leave the sport alone. And that's all good. Ross Winchy, salute. So he shouldn't. So Corner Girl 66, peace and blessings, Queen. He can't leave the spotlight alone. He can't leave the sport alone because it's all he knows. C Cut, salute. Levon Brooks, salute. So John Freeman said Andre Ward stayed true to, but see, John Freeman, that's not entirely true either. I'm gonna tell you why. Andre Ward don't have a choice. Tex Rock, salute, because of the injuries. They started piling up on him, and Andre Ward, pride is not gonna let him get in that ring and show slippage. Savage, Satavius Walker, salute. Andre Ward, pride is not gonna let him get in that ring and show signs of slippage. So he ain't gonna get in there and look nothing of a shell of himself. So Andre Ward is kind of forced to sit on the sidelines. You see what I'm saying? He kind of forced there because them injuries started piling up. Knee injuries. I think he had a back injury. Ray Pisty, salute. You understand? Slim Jim 314, my brother in the super chat. He said, who you got, Errol or Crawford? At this point in time, it's a 50-50 fight, Slim Jim. And I'm leaning towards, at this time, Errol Spence now. because of level of competition, because of level of activity, and the fact that Errol's trying to fight the best. Richard Smith, salute. Shop G, Al Fest, salute. So, Jose Villanueva, salute, my brother. So I told you guys, initially when they first started talking about Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence fight, and I said, I'm leaning towards Terrence Crawford because I felt like he had the necessary skills. John Gray, salute. He had the necessary skills to offset what Errol Spence does great. I thought Terrence Crawford can make the necessary adjustments to be able to deal with Errol Spence. But now he has allowed Errol Spence to garner more and more experience. Lord Sweat Real, salute. Boston Truth Serum, salute. He's allowed Errol Spence to garner more and more experience in bigger and bigger fights. Now he has, truth be told, Errol Spence has surpassed Terrence Crawford. Talib Cunningham, salute. He has surpassed Terrence Crawford as far as big fights. He surpassed him. It's not even arguable. Champagne Marley, my brother, salute in the super chat. My pound for pound is Spence #1 if he beats Danny. Jamel #2 if he unified. Canelo #3. Crawford #4 and Loma at 5. If Lomachenko beats Teofimo Lopez, I'm definitely gonna have him up there. Jamel Charlo and #2 if he beats Jason Rosario. I like that. I could go with that because Jamel has beat some. Listen. Jamel Charlo resume has piled up on us without us even paying attention. Down now to 65-year-old G Grant. Triple OG, where you been at, man? Bert for Marketing, salute. Mr. Jones, salute. Jamel's resume has caught up to us like that. We haven't been paying attention to Jamel's resume, and his resume has piled up now. Now, Tony Harrison, look at the resume. Tony Harrison, Erickson Lumen, Austin Trout, Gay Feister, salute. Austin Trout, man, this dude is piling them up. Lauren Anderson, salute. What's good with you? Solomon Duncan, salute. His resume has piled up, and now he beats Jason Rosario. I can't be mad at him being that #2. I can't, and he gonna beat Laura. He gonna beat Laura. Caesar T, salute. Claude Jackson, salute. Demetrius Hall, salute. He gonna beat Laura. I see you envy me, salute. Shakur Stevenson is definitely a beast. Daryl Gibbons, salute. He's gonna beat Laura. P. Machinio, salute. You know how that goes, P. Machinio. Next Level Ray, salute. Chase Gardino, salute. He's gonna beat Laura. Milton Wells, salute. Dane Watson. Ant Woods. Cuzzo, what's good with you, Cuzzo? Yeah, smash the like button, man. We got 630 people. We should have 630 likes. Malik 412, salute. Kaz, salute. Kaz, where you been at? So, Jamel Charles he's gonna beat Laura. After he beat Jason Rosario, Fastlane Jones, Danny Woods, Sam your boy, salute. After he beat Rosario, because I'm expecting him to beat Rosario, because Eli Zachary, salute. I don't think what Rosario brings to the table, the style, even the style that he brought to the table against J-Rock, it's not going to be enough against Jamel. Hendo Stick, my brother in the super chat, keep it real, big bro. Salute to you, King. Turk 182, salute. He can't, even the version of Jason Rosario that fought J-Rock, he can't beat Jamel. See, Jamel was getting on, J-Rock was getting on the inside. He don't have the power Jamel has. He don't have the discipline on defense that Jamel has. He don't have it. Mr. Tally 140, salute. Mr. T King Texas, salute. He don't have that. Once Jamel gets up inside him, he's gonna do damage. D Greg, salute. He gonna do damage. Once he get inside, Classy Mag, salute. Once Jamel gets inside, it's over. Mansa Musa lifestyle, salute. He gonna break Jason Rosario down and become unified. Now the thing is, new Fat Boy Fitness, salute. Now the thing is, OPJ 5E, salute. Who holds the WBO title again? What's the dude name that hold the WBO title? Because it was Jaime Munguia. Now it's introducing 513. Salute. Now it's what's the dude name that holds the WBO title? Ice Wally comes. Salute. Ronnie Potter. Salute. What's good, Ronnie? Sherrod Johnson. Salute. Teixeira, right? Teixeira. Right? It's like he doesn't even exist. Is he going to fight? Can Jamel get that fight with Teixeira? After he beat Rosario, can he get the fight with Teixeira? Carl Littlevoice, salute. Damian Arnold, salute, King. Can he get that fight? Top boxing, salute. Can he get that fight? Nope. It's like, I don't even, why we don't hear anything from him? I feel like this. Just Coffee, salute. I feel like this, right? I feel like Vernon Allen, salute. I feel like they're holding on to him for a Crawford fight. Crawford beats him, becomes a 4-division world champion. That's what I feel like they're holding on to. I feel like they're holding on to it for a Crawford fight. Top Boxer say you might want to slow down, Blue. This fight would be better than advertised. You talking about Jason Rosario, Jamel Charlo? Oh, I'm not saying Jason Rosario is a walk in the park. I just don't. The best version I saw of him was against J-Rock, and I don't think that version could beat Jamel Charlo. Nathaniel Weather, salute. The Majestic, salute. I'm just telling you what I see. Jamel Charlo gets on the inside of Jason Rosario, and it's over. Smash the like button. Tay Brown, what's good with you? Peace and blessings to you, Queen. Smash the like button, man. How many likes we got, my peoples? Smash the like button. Donate $1 to the chat, to this channel, man. Support the channel. Support the grind. Smash the like button. 600 people. 600 people. Oh, man. I forgot to send Kurt the link again, man. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 600. I'm here talking, man. I keep forgetting. It's been so long, that's why. It's been so long, I keep forgetting. James, salute. It's been so long, I keep forgetting to send Kurt the link. And I don't even, did he text me? West Express, salute. He ain't even text me. My brother, Bert from Marketing, salute in the super chat. Yeah, smash the like button, man. Donate $1, support the channel, support the grind. Let's hop, salute. Support the channel, support the grind. Drop $1 in the super chat. Refresh the super chat. Jamal Henderson, salute. Otis Harris Sr., salute. So, Ray Pitts, salute in the super chat. Appreciate you. Mark Wonderlick, what's good with you, King? So, I just feel like the WBO is holding on. Load these TV, salute. I feel like they're holding on to that WBO strap. And that would give yeah, can to win. I totally forgot, man. I totally forgot. Skinny Hardaway, salute. Real talk, salute. He says Gary Russell, Devin Haney still negotiating. Not to my knowledge. Gary Russell hasn't responded. Murder Music, salute. TR, salute. My brother in the super chat. Support Blue Blood. Yes, sir, man. Support the grind, man. Smash the like button. Support the grind. DB, my brother. I believe negotiations have stalled, man. What I'm hearing is that Gary hasn't responded. Gary hasn't reached out. He hasn't made a counter offer. He just went off the grid. Edward Dortch, salute. My brother in the super chat. He says, salute, bro. Salute to you, King. My brother Bitch, B Megastar in the super chat. He said, salute Blue in chat. Salute to you, King. My brother Jay the Real in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. My brother Stay Sharper in the super chat. He said, Blue, salute. Signing in. How you doing, brother? Let's go. Let's go. Smash the like button. Real boxing talk. That's a fact. Smash that like button, man. Get the likes to 600. Salute to my brother Real Talk in the super chat. He said, negotiations have stalled. Many thanks. No doubt. Yeah, Afiq Day, salute. I'm going to be real, man. I think Gary Russell having second thoughts. I think he got options and he having second thoughts. Cornelius Smith, salute. Jay Everything, salute. Yeah, that air fryer is something special, Tay-Tay. Wallace, salute. I think that Gary having second thoughts, man. Melanated Motivation, salute. I think that he got options. Andrea Jefferson, salute. He got the option to fight for Tuna, like I told y'all. He could go in that direction and still be the mandatory for Dev. Dennis, salute. That's what I'm thinking. June Bugger, salute, because by now, man, you gotta send a counter offer. Mr. Tally 140, my brother in the super chat, he says support the grind. Salute. Armani Cosme, salute in the super chat. Solutions, salute to you, King. Appreciate you. I mean, listen, what other way can I tell y'all? Like, bro, you gotta respond. You gotta do something, man. And again, I love Gary. I love his approach. I love who he is as a person. It's my guy. I love Batman. I love the Russell family. Royalty. They all got skills. But when it comes to this, you see this, it's like, bro, you got to respond. You got to say something like, John Freeman, my brother in the super chat. Shout out to Blue and the chat. Mel versus Rosario Cook. Cook will cook up something nice. Yeah, I can't wait for that fight, man. Milton Wells, salute. My brother in the super chat. You're busy. Good reason to forget. Yeah, man. Salute to my brother Top Box in the super chat. Appreciate you. So I just think that High Science 7, salute. I just think Reset Mindset, salute. I just think that, that's why I said he got options. And I think it's like he got to weigh his options. It's like, do I want to go this way or do I want to go this way? Ricky Dub, salute. Yeah, air fryer is great. Air fryer is great. It's great. B Cherry, salute. It's great. Chris Brown 4-5. You there you go. He said Gary Russell not saying nothing and saying everything. That's all I can. That's the only way I can look at it. Mr. Kaboom, my brother in the super chat. Blue, where the chips? Chips King over here too, bro. Salute to you, King. Nah, man, I'm trying to keep it clean, man. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Got my water, man. You understand? I done drink 4 of these a day as a gallon of water. Salute to my brother Skills from New Orleans in the super chat. He said very easy to call someone out until they respond. In the long run, you see who people really are. Facts are facts. Patrick Finley, salute, King. Blue, who's your favorite fighter right now? I don't have one particular. I have a couple. Patricia Hines, salute. Set the Tone Blast, salute. Deontay Wilder, Gary Russell. Gary Russell, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Errol Spence, and Terrence Crawford. And Erickson Lubin. Those are my accomplished, the ones that accomplished. Stay sharp and say you glitching. See, man, I don't know why, man. Jennifer Thomas Galloway, salute. I don't understand why he has to respond. Bill Haney admitted he never got back to him when they approached him the first time. I say leave him and his daddy on red and go fight other dude. The disrespect. Huh? What? Jennifer, I'm confused. Like, do y'all? Man, I'm convinced. I'm gonna say this. Davis, salute. Maurice McElroy, salute. Spider Murphy, salute. I'm convinced y'all don't like to see good fights. Johnny Clark, salute. Gene Dew, salute. Monumental moment, salute. Y'all don't like to see good fights. Y'all don't want to see the best fight the best. Stash Lomain, salute. I'm convinced about 80% of y'all don't want to see good fights. Source Talk Boxing, my brother in the super chat. Salute to you, Blue, my brother. Hashtag LDBC. Yes, sir. I'm convinced. Double Real Rap, salute. I'm convinced, man. I'm convinced. People don't want to see good fights. They just okay. Yeah, Galvatron, I drink my coconut water. I drink my coconut water. There you go, Kurt, man. I apologize, man. Once again, I forgot, man.
Yo, Blue, don't worry about it, man. You know, I'm a patient dude, man. It's whatever, man. You know, my life is busy and productive, but I just wait till the link is sent, and that's it.
Salute
so
to
this is good.
My brother Kurt Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, aka the historian. My brother, my co-host, is in the building. How was your day, though, Kurt?
Man, I was looking at some old fights, man. Carlos Arate and Rafael Gomez and Salvador Sanchez and all those guys, Ruben Olivares, man. So, I was just looking at those guys earlier today, all day. And plus, before we start, this is the 39th year anniversary, September 16th. My favorite fight of all time took place in Las Vegas, September 16, 1981. Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns for the undisputed welterweight championship. Today is the 39th year anniversary.
Wow, man. 39 years ago that was, Curry?
Yes, indeed.
Wow, man. Man, that just made me feel old, man.
When that fight took place, I was 15 years old.
Kurt, 39 years ago?
39 years ago.
Wow, man. Wow. Wow, man. Travis Bryant, salute. He said that's bull. I don't know what you mean. Stephen Lamontes Hawkins, my brother, salute. Atlantean Man, salute. CB Sports TV, my brother Carl Burrell in the building. What's good with you, Carl? PH Big Dog, salute. Who we got? Yeah, Tariq Lewis, salute. Cy McNeil, salute. Yeah. I can't understand, Kurt. I just want to see the best fight the best. Just Joshua Matthews, salute. Now today, I just saw people saying, "Why does Gary Russell have to respond? He don't respond and just go fight somebody else." Huh? That dude, salute. Do y'all want to see the best fight the best? Do y'all want to see great fights? Like I'm convinced now. Y'all don't want to see great fights. Y'all happy with your favorite fighter coming out unscathed, and that's it. King Vonnie 86, what's good with you, King? That's it. I'm not cut from that era. Like Kurt said, 39 years ago, Tommy Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard fought. That's what I'm used to. I want to see the best absolutely fight the best. Regardless if it's my favorite fighter or not. Give me the best fighting the best. That's what I want to see. I want to see Errol Spence in the best and the biggest fights. I'm a fan of Terrence Crawford. I want to see Terrence Crawford in the best and the biggest fights. I want to see Devin Haney in the best and the biggest fights. I want to see Gary Russell in the best and the biggest fights. I want to see Shakur Stevenson right now in the best and the biggest fights. That's what I want to see. Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, 21 and 22 years old. Man, listen. You can't tell me that Shakur Stevenson can't beat Miguel Bichette. You can't tell me Shakur Stevenson can't line them up. That's how I feel. Line them up. Shakur gonna roll the bowling pin and knock him down. I ain't gonna sit here, hard body JT Mo salute. I ain't gonna sit here and tell y'all Well, he ain't, if Navarrete or Burchett, they don't respond, just he go ahead and fight somebody else. No, I ain't gonna tell you that. I'm gonna say, hey, Shakur, please push for that fight. And I ain't even gotta say that with Dev, because this is what he been doing. Y'all just don't want to recognize it. Sonic Lucas, salute. DJ Zion Love, salute. Mr. Mackey, salute. That sounds good. Y'all want, listen, Gervonta Tank Davis. I see people be like, man, why he got to fight this guy? Why he got to fight that guy? What do you mean? Why do he? Man, I want to see battle ready fitness and defense. Salute. I want to see Michael Jordan play Magic Johnson. That's what I want to see. Trick Nolte, what's good with you, kid? I want to see Magic Johnson play Michael Jordan. I want to see Michael Jordan against Dominique Wilkins. I want to see Michael Jordan and Clyde Drexler. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see on a consistent night in, night out basis Michael Jordan playing against Vernon Maxwell. And I love Vernon Maxwell. But I don't want to see that on a consistent night. I want to see Michael Jordan and Drazen Petrovic go at it. I want to see Michael Jordan and when Kendall Gill was hot. Kendall Gill. I want to see Michael Jordan and Clyde Drexler. This is what I want to see. I don't want to see mismatches. So I'm not going to settle for that. Odie Williams, salute. Salute to Nathaniel Weathers in Super Chat. It's about business for Gary, but we need this fight sometime within a year, Gary versus Haney. Facts. I don't want to see these mismatches. Kurt, am I wrong, Kurt? I wanted to see when Penny Hardaway became that man. I want to see Jordan and Penny Hardaway. I wanted to see Jordan. I wanted the Bulls. I'm a Bulls fan since 1983. When the Rockets won that first championship, when Jordan retired in 94, and everybody was saying, oh, they could have beat the Bulls. Man, when Jordan came back, I'm like, make it happen. Sign us up. I want to see the Bulls versus the Rockets in the finals. Now, it didn't play out that way, but that's what I was yearning for. Sign us up, man. When I'm a huge football fan. When Deion Sanders was playing, it's my favorite football player. And I'm a 49er fan since 1984. Been a 49er fan since 1984. And Jerry Rice is on the team. Man, I wanted to see Deion and Jerry Rice. Now, I was torn because, Kurt, I was torn, right? Because Deion Sanders is my favorite player. But I wanted Jerry Rice to get off. So I was torn, but I wanted to see that matchup. I wanted to see Deion against Sterling Sharp. I wanted to see Deion, and I didn't like when Deion was on the other side and he was taking the receiver that, I ain't like that. No, when we played the Cowboys, when Deion was on the Niners, hey man, you got to be on Michael Irvin from the moment the kickoff to the end of the game. That's what I wanted. I don't want to see Deion. Yeah, Alvin Harper was getting off, so we had to make some moves because Eric Davis was struggling. But I wanted to see Deion and Sterling Sharp, Deion and Michael Irvin, Deion and Jerry Rice. A part of me, when he joined the 49ers, Kurt, and this is just my competitive nature, when he joined the Niners, a part of me was like, man. A part of me was like, man, I ain't going to see Deion and Jerry Rice. I ain't going to see that matchup. But this is what I wanted to see. You remember Carl Pickens from the Bengals, Kurt? I wanted to see Deion and Carl Pickens. What you think, Kurt? Am I wrong?
No, I mean, I'm the biggest sports fan in the world, and you want to see competitive matchups. You want to see arch rivals go at it. And they did go at it a little while when San Francisco and Deion was with Atlanta. But, I'm a big college football fan because one loss can doom your whole season. So you have to come bring it. And they play the best. Like SEC, there's nothing like SEC college football. LSU, versus Alabama. And back in the day, I'm a big Miami Hurricanes fan. It was Miami versus Florida State. And my favorite football player of all time is Lawrence Taylor. I'm a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so I'm torn. And Jerry Rice too. He's number two. But you want to see the best, and I'm a big soccer fan. You want to see Brazil versus Argentina, England and Italy or France or the Netherlands. Basketball. I'm a Bulls fan too. Uh, Blue. I've been a Bulls fan since Reggie Theus. Pretty boy.
And see,
Cool Bob Love. So I
that-
understand where
that's why
you coming from.
that's why we get along, Kurt. I became a Bulls fan because my aunt knew Reggie Theus, and she had a crush on Reggie Theus. And I did. She's my mother's younger sister, and we were close in age. And she was a huge. She used to, listen to the radio because you remember back then we ain't have, the Bulls wasn't on TV, and she used to talk about the Bulls and when they did play the Knicks and stuff like that. And she used to be like, "See, look at it, Red." And that's how I became attracted to the Bulls because of Reggie Theus, Kurt.
Wow, that's crazy, man. The Bulls were so popular. We had a Chicago radio station. We had a Chicago TV station in New Jersey. So me and my brother, we used to watch the Bulls every time they came on. We didn't watch the Knicks or the Nets. We watched the Bulls. So that was a treat, man. But you want to see. I come from an era where there was rivals, like you said, Mike versus Magic. That was big back in the day in '91. That was big.
Right.
Headlines, Air versus Magic. That were the headlines. And, and fights, speaking of Leonard and Hearns, people forget Hearns was only 22 when that super fight took place and Leonard was 26. I don't want to see these fighters fight in their mid-30s or early 30s, fight in their 20s or whenever. To make the Spence and Crawford fight while it's still hot, but we got to wait to see what happens with Spence and Garcia. I'm just used to it, man. Football, baseball, basketball, Yankees versus Red Sox is big. Duke versus North Carolina. I mean, I can go on and on.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I just want to see the best fight the best. Don't. That bothers me when I see fans talking about, well, why do Gary Russell have to respond? Devin didn't respond the first time to him, so why he have to respond now? He should just go fight somebody. What do you mean? Are you a fan of the sport of boxing? I'm confused. I want to see Gary Russell in the ring with Devin Haney. Point blank and period. Smash the like button. How many likes we got? We should have we got 630 people. We should have 630 likes. Smash the like button. You understand what I'm saying, Kurt?
The way boxing always been formulated is like this. The elite fighters fought top tier contenders, and then they'll fight their mandatories, and then they'll fight good fighters, and then if there's another good fighter and within the division, people start talking. The fans make the fight first. Who will beat who? And then they will fight for supremacy within that division. And if there's another good fighter, that fighter will go up and challenge himself. That was the motto for Sugar Ray Leonard. That was when he beat, he was fighting good fighters, and then he became champion against Benitez. And then, Duran was coming up. Duran wanted to fight Leonard because he was, he had something against him, and Leonard beat him. And then Leonard was fighting good fighters. And then there was another fighter by the name of Tommy Hearns who people didn't know if Leonard could beat him. And they fought, and Leonard beat him. You get respect when you follow that formula.
Right. And
that's I'm sorry, that's legacy right there.
Right. Kurt, me and you Yankee fans. If the Yankees could play the Red Sox every game of every series of the entire season, that's what I would like to see. Like, I don't want to see Yes, we have a, obviously you can't get that. That's not realistic, right? I want to see the Yankees and the Dodgers. I want to see the Yankees and the Astros. I want to see the Yankees and the Red. You understand what I'm saying, Kurt? Like, yeah, we have to have the throwing teams. That has to happen. Guy needs fire, salute. But I want to see the Yankees and the Red Sox as much as possible. That's what I get up for. That's what the sport is about for me. Because I want competition. Give me the best competition. Don't give me a pass. No. I'm a 49er fan. The team to beat in our division is the Seahawks. I want to see us play the Seahawks. We got 6 games in the division. I wish all 6 games was the Seahawks. Win, lose, or draw. But that's what got me on the edge of my seat. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Give me that team. I want the Yankees. I want the Yankees and the Red Sox. Back when the Bulls was when we was going on our reign and the Knicks was hot, even though I'm from New York, give me the Knicks. I want the Knicks. I don't want Dahlia Antoinette, peace of blessings, Queen. I don't want nobody else. I didn't want to see the Bulls and the Nets. Remember that? We used to get the Nets first round series all the time and the Cavs. But give me the Knicks. Give me AD Solo, Melrose, salute. Sarah Johnson, salute. GD, salute. And it could be like I see people saying, well, Dahlia, yeah, don't make it a habit. I see you late, don't make it a habit. But the thing is this, right? If you believe that Devin and Bill Haney are not being real, where's the counter offer? If I send you a contract and you don't like the wording in it, you don't like what's in it, counter it. That's why we negotiating. Where is the counter? So we negotiating. I send you a contract you don't like, so you just look at it. I don't like this contract. Do away with it, and that's it. Do y'all not understand? If this was to go that way, with every fight that's being negotiated, we won't have no big fights. There won't be no big fights. You think Jamel Charlo and Jason Rosario didn't have to go back and forth? They both champions. They both champions. So I'm sure the first contract, now Jamel's the A side. So the first contract Jamel sent to Jason Rosario, I'm sure Jason Rosario looked at it and said, okay, well, now I want this, this, and this, and sent it back. I'm sure he had more stipulations in his, because he's the unified champ. But he understands that Jamel's the A side. So I'm sure they had to go back and forth. Real talk, saluting the super chat. Are both sides, he said, are both sides are quiet? No, only one side is quiet. Technical KO, salute. Young World, salute. Only one side is quiet. Regardless of who you think is right and wrong, right? Send a counter offer. Send a counter offer. You send me a contract, G-Man TV, salute. PLG Ski, salute. You send me a contract and I don't like the wording in it, I correct the wording to my liking, and then I send it back. Street Judas, salute. I mean, am I wrong, Kurt?
Not at all. When you have 2 high-level fighters champions, and the contract is drawn up, it's going to go back and forth. That's the nature of business. A fighter may ask for something unexpectedly, and it's up to the A fighter to be like, okay, I agree upon that. Like when Leonard Hagler was made, that fight was made easy because Hagler agreed upon everything Leonard asked for, size of the ring, the boxing gloves, everything. He agreed upon that, and you had a fight. So a contract, it goes back and forth. The teams, everybody got to be on board. All the negotiations must be, must be good between two camps. So, but it's not easy. But because I didn't see the Charlo or Jason Rosario fight being made, it was just made. But behind the scenes, I know they was going back and forth, and to our liking, we got the fight.
Exactly. Go ahead, keep going, Kurt.
Just like Pacquiao Mayweather, we don't know what took so long. It was probably something small in the contract. The I's has to be dotted, the T's has to be crossed. The more money that the fighters can make, the more complications that contract is going to have. Because remember, Mayweather tried to get over on Manny Pacquiao. Said, "I'll tell you what, I can wire you $40 million tonight." And Manny was like, "What? 40 million? You crazy?" And he got triple that. So it takes time. I didn't know the Khan and Canelo fight was being made. I checked somewhere, and next thing I know, the fight was official. Because Khan and Canelo, they agreed on terms. So, that's business. That's just business. That's all. So it's just not easy with the contract when you're dealing with money and other things.
Exactly, Kurt. And that's my thing, Kurt. We can't. It's business. It's business. 817 Boxing B, salute. It's business. You understand? You're gonna go back and forth. You're gonna negotiate. That's just it is what it is. You don't like the wording in the contract? Okay, let me send it back. Lechi D Puma, skills, salute. Dante Erlin, salute. That's just the way it go. Like you said, Kurt, I forgot about that. Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao. He offered him 40 million. Pacquiao said no. They went back and forth. Fight got done. But I'm sure they went back and forth. And look, like you said, Pacquiao was like, nah, and then ended up Joseph Nicholas, salute, ended up getting triple in it. Right?
Absolutely.
Right. So go ahead, Kurt.
I'm sorry.
No,
Leonard Pryor didn't fight because of money. And that was a caveat because, his manager, Buddy De La Rosa, turned down 750. Pryor and Duran didn't get done because of money. El Gallo, Estrada, and Chocolatito didn't get done. Number 2, because Chocolatito didn't like the money. So everything has to fall into place when you're negotiating, because, money, you want as much money as possible. And that's what Teofimo did. Remember, Teofimo was grandstanding, which is very smart, and I'm explaining grandstanding. He said he didn't like the purse he was getting. And then people was like, he asked for more. He trying to price himself out. But Teofimo won because Bob said, okay. And Lomachenko said, all right, I'll give him some of my money. And he got $400,000-$500,000 extra. And when he got the money, Teofimo Lopez said, I was just grandstanding. I was going to fight him anyway, but you never take the first off, and I got an extra $400-something thousand. That's smart.
Exactly. Smart. Exactly. And that's my point. Smash the like button, man. We should have 650 likes at least. Smash the like button. My brother, Jupiter B in the building. What's good with you, Jupiter? Kurt, we're gonna have my brother Drew Titan and Renee Box Young join us. You cool with that?
Yeah, of course, man. My brother's Drew Titan, man. Doing good work, great channel, man. Tell it like it is. There's no gray area with Drew and Renee Box Young. We supposed to do something. Well, I've been on. We got a series called Boxing Now, and Yesteryear. It's a series, and he's a great guy, man. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Salute to my brother Real Talk in the super chat. Where the public negotiations a mistake. I received an education from negotiations. I believe it was, man. Big LT, salute. Because It gave us insight, a sneak peek into what takes place behind the scenes. There's going to be posturing. There's going to be a lot of grandstanding, like Kurt said. There's going to be a lot of it's negotiations, right? Rasheed Ross, salute. Ace 1200 block, salute. It's negotiations, so that's going to happen, right? But I don't believe that the fans were prepared for that. We say we are, but we emotionally tied to a fighter, and because that's the case, I think that it's hard to separate reality from emotions. And so I think that when you see the business side of it, nobody wants to say, "Hey man, this dude didn't want to fight," or nobody wants to do that. Terrell Barnes, my brother in Super Chat, salute, appreciate you. Nobody wants to say, Damon Wester, salute. Hey man, maybe Gary having second thoughts. Maybe Gary feel like going in a different direction. You understand what I'm saying, Kurt? It's emotionally tied, and you don't want to say that. It's easy to say that when it's a fighter that you're not emotionally tied to, right? It's easy. Drew Titan, Renee Box-Young, I sent y'all the link. So it's easy when okay, for instance, right, Kurt? When Dino Boxing Entertainment TV, salute. We're gonna get back to Wilder in a second. But yeah, Kurt, so it's easy, right? When it's a situation like Wilder and Fury, right? It's easy remember when Tyson Fury walked away from the initial negotiations and Wilder ended up fighting Marcus Williams, salute. Wilder ended up Tex Rock, salute. Wilder ended up fighting Dominic Brazil because Tyson Fury walked away from the rematch. It was easy for everybody because you're emotionally tied to one side with Wilder. So when Tyson Fury did that, everybody was on Tyson Fury. Oh man, look, he left Wilder at the altar. He went and fought two tune-up fights. That was messed up. This, and this, yada yada. But when it's somebody you invested in, you can't say it's hard for you to say. And I agree, right? It's definitely difficult. It's definitely difficult when you deal with a fighter that you emotionally tied to. You understand? So for me, right, Lonnie DiCarlo, salute. With all the information that I'm privy to, Eric Blair, salute, behind the scenes. With all the information I'm privy to and all the conversations, for me, y'all look at me, yeah, I'm a media member, but I'm a boxing fan first. So when I'm behind the scenes and I'm listening and I see this person or this person saying this or that person saying this, I'm a human being. So there's a side that's not that I feel like is not pushing for the fight. Troy Beckford, salute. Or they have, like I said, I feel like, I'm just going to say that, I feel like Gary Russell feel like he have options. So he could be in a position, like you said, Kurt, grandstanding, right? Trying to force them to give more money, right? Trying to force their hand, right? But then you got to look at it, like I said, I'm just looking at it from this standpoint. And I'm saying, okay, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not, a promoter. But I'm looking at it from this standpoint. I'm saying, okay, well, why haven't you responded? Okay, you didn't like the wording in it. You told us this on Friday. You got the contract on Wednesday. On Friday, you told us you didn't like the wording. There was a red flag. But now we are Wednesday again, and we haven't heard anything. You understand? So it's like, why haven't we heard anything? Why haven't you responded? Why haven't you give us an update? Unapologetic truth, salute. You understand? Like, how could you, like, we know the thing about this all, to me, is Gary's never short on words. He's never short on words. So, but my brother Drew Titan is in the building. What's good with you, King?
Yo, what's good? How you doing, brother? Thank you for having me on. Kurt Sugar, what's up, man?
Hey, Drew, man, how's it going, my brother?
We strong in here, man. LDBC strong, man. You know how we do.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, Drew, man, I'm gonna tell you, man. Let's try to keep it clean.
You already. Yeah, you know I gotta wash my mouth, man. You already know how that go, man. We're gonna keep it clean. We're gonna keep it clean like a washing machine.
It's all good, my good brother.
Yes, sir.
But I want to ask y'all, man. Now we got Drew. Well, go ahead, Drew. You got anything you want to say before we start?
No, I'm just gonna chime in. It's funny. I was talking to Batman today, and we just chit chatting. Now I don't want to reveal too much. You know what I mean? I'd rather him come on and come out and reveal it himself. But it was good news. It was good news, and people have to understand that this is business, and sometimes things take time. They don't move on our time. Like for instance, we wanted Wilder and AJ like tomorrow, but all the politics that surrounded that. It's not cut and dry. You don't just send the paper and they sign it and send it back. It's never that simple. When you're looking at a term sheet, you got to look at everything, and it might be that one little thing you don't like. Then you got to send it back. All right, change that, then send it back, and it don't happen overnight. Like if you get it on Monday, you might not get it back until Thursday. But then in the midst between Monday and Thursday, you'll have the fighters going on Instagram, chap, and then their fans are chiming in. Oh, he's ducking and he's ducking. Oh, he don't want the fight. No, relax. Both men want the fight. I can say that. Gary Russell wants all the smoke in the world. Devin Haney is young and he wants all the smoke in the world. This fight is going to happen. It's just not happening on our time. You understand what I'm saying? Let them handle the business. Let them come to the understanding. And we're going to get the fight. We just have to be patient. Real quick, technical KO. Wilder did not quit in the ring. What are you talking about? He didn't quit in the ring. The fight was stopped. Wilder did not quit in the ring. Go watch it. In fact, when his corner threw in the towel, he went to his corner and asked him, "Why'd you stop the fight?" He didn't quit in the ring. AJ quit. Get it right.
He started arguing with the ref when he thought the ref stopped it at first.
Yeah, he didn't know he was fighting.
Right.
So I just wanted to point that out. But y'all go ahead.
No, I was going to let you go ahead, Kurt.
Like I said, the formula. We want to see the best fight the best like yesterday, but it don't happen like that. You take care of the business, then the fighters fight. We waited years for Holyfield and Tyson. We waited years for Pacquiao and Mayweather. It came to fruition later than sooner. We want sooner. And when you have two fighters like Russell, the longest reigning champion, Haney, an up-and-coming fighter, I predict they're going to fight maybe, I would say, April. I knew they weren't going to fight this year. It's just not feasible, as they say. And I'm patient because I understand boxing, but most fans, they're not. And I understand. We want to see blood. That fight warms you like a plate of food. It tastes good. You can smell the food, while it's cooking, and you like happy. Your mouth is ready for some steak and potatoes or whatever. Or you like salad, and I'm the same way. I'm no different, But I understand the business. That fight, because when they start talking contracts and LDBC was promoting the fight, and they was on people's live stream, people in their head had it. Well, Devin going to send the contract in 2 days, and Russell's going to sign off on it, and we're going to have a fight in a few minutes. It don't work like that. So I don't mind if Russell and Haney take a fight in between, because it builds up the fight. And another formula is you have two fighters that's get ready to fight, and they don't, but they fight in other opponents on the same card, then they wind up fighting. So is a formula that people have to understand when it comes to the sport of boxing.
Yeah, I agree, man. B-Man 910, salute. Darius Ewan, salute. What's good with you, King? Anthony Bolton, salute. Denard Taylor, salute. Spider Murphy, salute. K-Rod 7435, Eric R, salute. Who else we got in the building? Go ahead, Drew.
No, I was just reading it. Shout out to Tay Tay. I see you, sister. Yeah, you know, as fans, honestly speaking, we need to butt out of the business. We really need to butt out of the business because that's not what we're here for. Now, Blue is media. He has a credential, so he can talk about the business because he knows a lot more than what we'll know. And we come here for information. We'll go to 78 for information. We'll go to Fred for information because they have a direct line to who? Deontay Wilder, for an example. And Bill Haney and Batman. You gotta understand, this was groundbreaking stuff that's been happening over the last month. This was the first time myself and a lot of you, for people that are not immersed into the sport, the business side of it, this was the first time that we actually got to see how a negotiation takes place, because I've never seen it before. We heard about it, but you remember all of that talk where we'll believe one side of the story when we read an article, and the one fan base will believe one side, the other fan base will believe the other, and then we're back and forth saying to each other, well, how do you know? You wasn't there. And then we're saying, oh, well, it's common sense. Well, it's not all the way common sense. This was the first time where the Haney fans can say that they heard what happened, and the Russell fans can say that they heard what happened. Now we're arguing about who signs a paper fast enough. But we know what happened. You can't say Russell is ducking. I'm not gonna buy that. You can't say Haney is ducking. Why? Because he ain't signed a piece of paper fast enough? Okay? We can't leave this. Oh, we lost Kurt. We can't leave this up to interpretation anymore. I mean, a bad interpretation. Remember, Wilder didn't take the $100 million. He's scared. But it was clear that there was something wrong, because when he left the meeting, they apologized to him. They had to apologize. So there was something wrong there. And not to get off topic, but who has the last laugh now? Now you got to wonder, did they even have $100 million to give him? Because they didn't have $300 to give Canelo Alvarez, because he's suing for that now. And they gave Gennady Golovkin stock options in a sinking ship. And I heard he's about to take them to court. I didn't do my homework on that, but does Wilder look that crazy now? I don't think so. So this is the same thing here. We've got an actual look into how negotiations take place. Forget all the trash talk. We heard term sheets and send it here and I'm gonna sign it, and there was something wrong, so we sent it back. Fights don't get made in a day. They don't get made in a day. It might take a month. Devin Haney says his fight date is November 7th. All right, Batman told us they're looking at December 26th. They got to come to a mediation. All right, on dates and times and weights. There's a lot of things going on that we won't know unless they tell us. You understand what I'm saying? So as fight fans, what we need to do is step away from that and just talk about who wins in the ring. None of us are business expert. Blue will know more about what's going on because he's in contact with them. I will know what's going on out of the Russell side because I talked to Batman. All right? So the only information we have is what these brothers are giving us. But me personally, I can talk about the business. Well, I'm not talk about it. I can listen to what I'm being told, but I won't talk about it. I'm ready to have a conversation about who wins the fight and why. That's what makes me a fan. That's what makes it fun. All right? And this is a fight that's going to happen in our lifetime. We need to butt out of the business. We're not experts. Let's keep it a buck. We're not experts, man. Stop. We're not in the offices. This is the first time we've actually seen something like this happen. Nothing like this has ever been done online with no negotiation with two camps. Trill Bill, And Batman gave us an inside look on that. So now we can say that we know what's going on. And there's still some stuff we don't know. But now that we know that, fine. Can we talk about who's going to win now? Who's going to win and why? Let's not be business experts. Because even those articles that come out from old media, you already know whoever's writing it has a bias. Are you going to listen to, are you going to soak up everything that Steve Kim writes when you know his ass is biased going in? Are you going to soak up everything that you read from Boxing Scene, bits and pieces, when you know that they come on Blues Channel and Fanon and everybody else, and they take everything that they hear and piece it together and write an article? You're going to trust them, or you're going to trust us? That's what I'm saying. Come here to get your news, man. But I'm at a point where I just want to talk about who wins the fight, man. I don't want to talk about this business stuff, because you know why? That's none of our business. And using money as a way to say, oh, well, he's ducking. You look, if you're a fan of Haney, you're a fan of Haney. But please don't get up here and act like Gary Russell's ducking smoke. I can vouch for him. He's not. The man was willing to go up to 147 to fight Bud Crawford for like no money. When I read that, I said, why is he going up like 30 weight classes for only 1.5? And then I found out those guys have a history. So I said, well, Bud ain't doing nothing else. Fight the guy. Shut him up. You see that? You hear me say that. You see it. You see me write it in the chat. You hear me say it on my channel or other people's channel. You think fighter A beats fighter B? You know what my response is? Great. Let's see it. Let's see it. So when I'm saying let's see it, and fighter B is acting shaky, what am I led to believe? Time reveals all truth. What am I led to believe? Okay, Dillian White wanted all the smoke in the world, right? Let's go, Wilder, let's go. Wanted all the smoke in the world. Oh, I don't want to fight King Kong Ortiz. He's too old. How old was Marius Wack? Oh, King Kong Ortiz is too old. How old was Povetkin? I think Povetkin was, what, he's like a, who's older, Povetkin or Klitschko? Those guys are in the 40-plus club. Let's just say that. Time reveals all truth, because what happened? He went in there and got knocked out by an old man. That's what happened. I'm not making it up. And guess what? Everybody here picked Dillian White to win. In my mind, I said, this is a cherry pick, man. This is a cherry pick, man. We all know he's going to beat him. And he was knocking Povetkin around. The first couple of, he dropped him twice. And I said, oh, okay, you know, he's going to win. He's going to win. If Povetkin gets to the cards, he's going to win. Bing, fight's over. Huh? And that wasn't no fluke. That was a step, fake to the left, he popped the uppercut, and I didn't know he was going to land that clean. And he didn't get a count. He didn't get a count. All right? So, that's a whole nother topic about how he didn't get a count. You know, Tyson Fury likes to get counts, you know, but the brother ain't getting no counts. Also, Eddie Hearn said that this is his last go-around. But, you know, it is what it is. But
that's a quick turnaround, too. Yeah. Patricia Shelton, peace of blessings to you, Queen. Robin Rowland, salute, King. Mass Murder Mobile, salute. What's good? What's good with y'all? So, trying to get Renee Box Young in. He said he coming in. There you go. There you go. What's good with you, King?
Good, family. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure to have, to be here with you, Blue Bud, Drew Titan, Curtis Anderson. What's good, family, the whole community. Always an honor to have you guys, talk to you guys.
What's going on, Renee, man? Good to have you.
Yeah, what's good, man?
You're on mute, Blue.
Pardon me, man. I said, Renee, go ahead and cook on whatever you want to start cooking on.
Oh, all right. I was tuned in for a while now. I think Drew, I was doing some stuff at the same time though. But you know, Drew is spot on concerning this whole thing with you know, Gary Russell and Devin Haney. As a matter of fact, I did a couple videos just the past week or so. You know, if you check the trajectory of what's going on, you know, salute definitely to 78 Sports TV, Trill Boxing Talk. You know, they got into the details as far as what Drew Titan was talking about. We're not experts, definitely not, and it's cool how we were able to get some insight, you know, when it comes to negotiations between fighters. We know it's really complicated. It's real complex, and we got to put ourselves in fighters' shoes. You know, just imagine the stress and the maybe, well, yeah, the stress and frustration that fighters have to go through just to get a fight down. You know what I mean? So, you know, I give all my, you know, props to both fighters, both teams. But it's cool how on 78 Sports, you know, this all started when it comes to the negotiation process with Batman and Bill Haney. You guys remember that Batman and Bill Haney going back and forth. You know, Batman sticking on the side of they wanted to have the fight on pay-per-view. You know, Bill Haney saying that they got DAZN, they got the money up front, et cetera, 1.5 million. You guys already know. Contract was sent, or the term paper, according to Bill Haney. You know, the term paper was sent to Gary Russell, and then Gary Russell flips the script and says, you know what, the rematch clause has to be under my stipulations now, or my terms, right? And he hasn't answered. And interestingly enough, after that, I think it was the next day, you know, Devin Haney goes on a Trill Boxing Talk, man. Salute to Trill Boxing Talk, and explains the whole situation. And I remember Trill Boxing Talk, and I made a video about that. I inclined towards what Trill Boxing Talk was saying, that it looks like Gary Russell is the one who's bringing more confusion. Devin Haney also said something along those lines, that, you know, it looks like Gary Russell says this, and then they act upon it, right? The Haney team acts upon what Gary Russell says, and then all of a sudden, when they put the terms on the table and the money and everything, Gary Russell, no, now I want this. And then, interestingly enough, Bill Haney too, you know, supposedly Gary Russell was supposed to make a decision around Friday, something like that, right? Last Friday or whatever. And, you know, Gary Russell didn't make a decision. He said, you know what, I don't want to do this or whatever, right? And then Bill Haney also, around that time when Devin Haney went on Trill Boxing Talk, Bill Haney said, what's going on? He went live on Instagram. I don't know on whose profile it was, but he went live on Instagram and said the same thing, that, you know, saying, you know what, you're the one, Gary Russell, that's doing all this back and forth. You're the one that's making it all more difficult, you know? And yeah, you know, it's frustrating to see these kinds of things. You know, it's really, really frustrating as boxing fans. I'm more frustrated that towards Gary Russell, man. I mean, Gary Russell's an awesome fighter, man. Nothing against him, but you know, he's calling out Bud Crawford. He's calling out a rematch with Lomachenko. He said that he was dehydrated with Lomachenko, and now he wants a rematch. You know what I mean? I remember, real quick, guys, I don't want to make it too long, but Reggie Owens, you know, salute to Reggie Owens, man. He called the first Lomachenko and the only Lomachenko and Gary Russell fight. He called that fight recently on his channel, and I watched it. And I remember I remember Reggie Owens saying that Gary Russell didn't look dehydrated, man, when he fought Lomachenko. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about that, but I tend to agree with that, because Gary Russell looked like he was boxing pretty well in that fight, and it was a close fight. So, you know, but the reason why I say this is because it looks like Gary Russell's trying to bring that out. I was dehydrated. He was saying it before, but then he said it again, that, you know, trying to solidify in order to get a rematch with Lomachenko, calling out Bill Haney, calling out a rematch with Lomachenko, calling out Bud Crawford. I mean, to me, it seems like he's just kind of desperate. You know what I mean? Even though he's not that active in the sport right now, maybe he's not that active, doesn't fight too much. Kind of reminds me of Rigondeaux, right? He doesn't fight too much, right? And maybe it is because some fighters don't want to fight him. But the problem here, and getting back to what I'm saying here, just to exhaust what I'm saying, is that that's what frustrates me about Gary Russell. It looks like Haney and the Haney team, they're more straightforward, less confusing. They bring the money, they bring everything they need, you know, to get the fight done. And just like you're saying, I think you know, Kurt, you know, salute brother, he was referring to, you were also too, Blue Blood, that, you know, that's the part of negotiation when your opponent and their team sends you a contract or terms or whatever, you're supposed to respond to that and get it down. You know, iron out the details. Just like, and I think Curtis was referring to that too. A recent example, you know, Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, right? They threw the offer on the table, and then, you know, they had to negotiate back and forth. It's part of it, and Gary Russell's not responding to it. That's what's frustrating. Gary Russell, man, I mean, you know, he talks a lot about, you know, how he was knocking them all out in the amateurs, and, you know, just to back up, you know, to support his barking, his woofing to all these fighters, but he's not backing it up in action, man. You know, in this sport and in life in general, actions speak louder than words. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about Gary, man. It's just frustrating.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Well, certain fighters are hard to work with. It's not their fault, you know. They just have funny ways. Like, you know, Floyd Mayweather was tough. He wanted everything his way, but he's not the first guy that was like that. If you thought Floyd Mayweather was tough to negotiate with, then you know nothing about Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson, and this is a true story, a couple of hours before the fight, he'll still be in the street clothes. And the promoter used to be like, what are you doing, Ray? Ray, we got to fight. You know, there's people, the place is packed, Madison Square Garden. He says, well, I want TV money, I want radio money, I want theater money. And the promoter had no choice but to give it to him. I mean, Ray was getting $50,000 a fight in the 40s. You know, that's a lot of money. You know, so he was a diva, you know, and he felt that, hey, you know, I'm the premier fighter. I deserve everything. I'm trying to get as much as I want, you know. So, you know, Mayweather's nothing compared to how Sugar Ray Robinson, I don't blame him. You know, that's not being mean. That's just being shrewd. You know, you get as much money as you want. I mean, as you can possibly get. And this is a football analogy when it comes to money. Like, I was watching Hard Knock Life with Bosa. Now, Bosa is not even close to Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack. He's the highest paid defensive player in the league. 5 years, 135 million. You know, and that's his agent. That's business. His agent negotiated that contract, you know, with the Chargers. And people be like, well, he's not the best player, but he doesn't have to be. It's how much you can get. If they're willing to pay you that market price, then, you know, you won. So be it. You know, and you know, I'm for the fighter or the athlete, the fighter getting as much money, you know, as he possibly can. I'm happy for Floyd. I'm happy for any fighter who can, you know, have security for his family, get rich, live off the fruits of his labor. That's business. And, you know, like we get on Floyd, you know, but after the Gaddy fight, Floyd turned into a businessman. And if you wanted to wreck him as a businessman, all you had to do was beat him. So his motto was like, I'm undefeated. And it fueled him getting money, where people started hating him so much, they went to the fight to see him lose. Muhammad Ali the same way. So if you negotiate and get as much money as you can. So like I said, Teofimo got money, extra money against Lomachenko, and he started laughing, saying, I was going to fight him anyway. You know, so that he cracked me up, and that's kudos to Teo. So, you know, get as much money, because a lot of fighters has been underpaid. They don't have a pension. Only certain states have pensions for the fighter. Rafael Benitez only get $200 a month, and he's in bad shape, and that's gas money. But you know, I don't want to go too long. But as Russell, I don't think it's Russell or Haney. I just think it's business. Eventually, they'll fight sometime next year in the first quarter.
So now I want to talk about Deontay Wilder. We know that one of his partners, I want to say a training partner right now down in Miami, he said that he's training. And this is stuff that I knew, you know, but he came out and he said that he looks great. He looks absolutely motivated. And it seems like the boxing world is scrambling, right? Because they don't know what to expect from him. They don't know. It's the unknown, right? Nobody likes to familiarity and comfortability is stronger than love. You know what I mean? And everybody's familiar with his normal approach, him being accessible, him being, vocal. Now he's not saying anything, right? It even got Tyson Fury Tyson Fury is like, where's Deontay Wilder? Why hasn't he talked? But Tyson Fury said he just entered training camp. So clearly you know something about him because you just started training camp. So the powers that be are they're in contact with him because you entered training camp because you know you're going into this fight in December. So I think that this fight, this trilogy match, you're gonna get a whole different. I know we're gonna get a whole different version of Deontay Wilder, right? Unless he gets in the ring and resort back to old habits, and that's a strong possibility, right? Because when it's for a muscle memory, right? You can resort back to old habits. It's like when you go to the gym, you learn a new technique to lift, and once you start to get tired, you resort back to your old ways, your old lifting ways, right? So unless he does that, but we saw the fake account that made a story about Deontay and Malik Scott being fired, right? Then we saw what was it, Lance Pugmire that wrote the story and said that he diagnosed Deontay Wilder and he understands that he has depression, right? All of these fake stories, it's like it's like they don't know how to take them, right? And so this trilogy match, we're gonna get a whole different version. Man, I've never known him to be. He's always in shape. He's always locked in. But right now, he's locked into a whole nother level. A whole nother level. You understand? He don't even. It's a whole different level to his mindset right now. So he's taking Tyson Fury 1,000% serious. He wants, to rectify this situation 1,000%. And we're going to get the best. I think we're going to get the best version of Deontay Wilder we ever saw in this trilogy match. And it's going to be a lot of people that's going to have to eat their words. And the boxing community that already put the carriage before the horse, already pegged in Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Man, all these boxing fans, all the boxing pundits, it's always easy hindsight, right? You look at the rematch, yeah, right? And I feel like they're overconfident. But in this trilogy match, the chip on the shoulder is getting bigger and bigger and bigger by the day as they make more and more and give them more and more ammunition, right? You have a 2-fight deal with Joshua. Wow. You got Eddie Hearn coming out and saying he need to retire. You have when they pegged in Dillian White as the WBC mandatory, the flyer, it said Dillian White is supposed to fight the winner of the trilogy match, right? When he got pegged as the mandatory, the flyer that they put out from the WBC and from BT Sports and Sky Sports and every other platform was a picture of Tyson Fury and Dillian White. Not like Deontay Wilder didn't even exist in the entire equation. But we're gonna get a whole different version. I'm gonna start with Drew. Drew, what you think? What you think is gonna happen, man? How you see this playing out, and what's your message to the boxing community?
First of all, I hope Sugar Hill flips his car and dies in a car fire. I just want to say that. That's how I feel. Fury, when that first bell rings, watch him. He's going to be on his bike again. All of that taking position in the center of the ring, he's not going to do that. Everybody's on point. They want to say that he made excuses with this glove gate thing, but now everyone's checking gloves. All right? But we don't have to get into all of that. Come on now, brother. Yeah, I want him to die. All right, and I got my own personal reasons. Wilder's been quiet, and that scares everybody. All of this stuff that they're talking about in reference to him being depressed is all a lie. Every time they said he was depressed on Instagram, it pops up he's scuba diving somewhere in the island. Matter of fact, he looked like he was having fun. Every time they said a lie, something came up on Instagram of him just chilling and having a party. Right after the fight, he was in Africa doing a photo shoot. There's no faking that. Mentally strong he is. All right? Fury was the one who allegedly suffered from depression. And for what? When he's undefeated. What was he depressed about, really? Cocaine makes you depressed? It's like they wanted Deontay to act in the fashion that Fury was behaving in. I always tell you, bozos, time reveals all truth. 100% of the time. I believe in the universe. You get what you put out. You inhale junk. Don't get mad when your body betrays you. High blood pressure, diabetes. You can't walk up a flight of steps without breathing heavy. But if you take care of yourself, eat the right things, the chances are your body won't betray you. The man has a history of cheating. Am I making it up? Or am I pointing out a fact? Did he not have a detached strap on his glove, the thumb out versus Christian Hammer? That happened. He admitted to cocaine use to camouflage the PED use. Did that happen? Why was he really out for 2 years? Was it because of depression? Or was it because he was suspended? Because he popped dirty? He ate meat from an uncastrated pig. That was his defense. And instead of standing on his square and answering the allegations, he let his whole boxing license go. And now he's fighting in America. What am I missing here? If a fight was really happening between him and Anthony Joshua, that does big money in the UK. So why would you let your license go? All of these things, the flopping glove and all of these things that we know about him. And yet you get Suleiman and all his other fans saying, oh, no, this guy, he has integrity. I don't see him cheating. If Wilder did a quarter of anything that this guy did, y'all know what y'all would do. Y'all know what y'all would do. Somebody snipe Bilal for me, because I'm tired of looking at him. Bilal Muhammad. You don't even deserve that name. You're probably a saltine, but whatever. This is not my channel, so I'm going to watch my mouth. But yeah, so what I think is going to happen is, when that first bell rings, he's not going to run to the center of the ring. And even if he does, watch him back up and start running in circles and doing all of this. Because to you, that all of this and all of that wins rounds for you. That wins rounds for you. How do y'all score a fight? A lot of y'all don't know. A lot of y'all don't know how to score a fight. I saw punches land. I saw a ring generalship in the first fight. I saw him get knocked on his ass twice. That's what I saw. I saw a 208-pound man drop a 267-pound man. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. And I saw in the rematch a guy connect with a guy out of the Kronk gym. I seen them block a camera, do something funny with the hand wraps. I seen Wilder get hit with a wrist, which is against the rules. I saw him wobble into the ring. And I saw all of this stuff. And I didn't say anything until about 8 days later. because I didn't want to believe that guy cheated. But with the evidence, there's no getting around it. So you can party and rejoice that this guy cheated to do what he did, but the bruises on his face and the bones broken on Wilder's face was inconsistent with a boxing glove. And even when we caught it on still pictures, you guys, see, you're not boxing fans. You're not boxing fans. Because if I found out all this time that Wilder had brass knuckles in his right hand and nobody caught it, and one person caught it, I'm going to rain on him. Like, yo, bro, we supported you. You was in there literally trying to kill people. That's not a part of the sport, man. What Tyson Fury does is not a part of the sport. Popping dirty is not a part of the sport. It's a part of the sport, but are you really in there trying to kill that person? Do you understand where Wilder was hit? He could have died. You don't care. So since you don't care, keep that same energy when I say I hope Sugar Hill dies in a car fire. And y'all know why I say that, brother. And Tyson Fury, again, this is not my channel, but I'm gonna give you 5 minutes on mine this Sunday. Because if Sugar Hill catches the car fire, oh boy. You, Powder, looking like, remember that movie Powder? He looked like a 6'9" overweight Powder. You freak. You cheating freak. Everything you did is consistent with what comes off of your soil. Everything you did. All Wilder did was give you a chance. He didn't even have to fight you. He didn't even have to give you 50-50. But he did it. And this is how you repay him? By cheating? I don't care what anyone says. The man cheated. And y'all saw it. Y'all all saw it. I ignored it for 8 days, but when the evidence kept mounting up, I said I can't ignore this, especially with his track record. So y'all can play dumb. Y'all can play dumb all you want, but just know that you're playing dumb. Who the hell wants to play dumb? You're not boxing fans. You're not boxing fans. I was screaming at the top of my lungs when I watched Cotto Margarito. It was a classic fight between a puncher and a boxer, and the puncher won. Sometime later, I'm looking at the still shot of Margarito celebrating. I'm like, what's wrong with his hand wraps? What is that? And I said, oh my God. And then Shane Mosley and you know, y'all know what happened before that fight. And then once that happened, that opened up Pandora's box. And then everyone's saying, you know, now that I think about it, I've never seen Cotto. I've seen Cotto get dropped, but I've never seen his face get busted up like that, ever. Then you start putting 2 and 2 together. It's like, oh my God, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It wasn't right. So if you're a fan of the sport, you take your fan hat off and you say, yo, hold up, that's not right, man. That's not right. That's attempted murder. That's attempted murder. You had to do that to a 208-pound man? Round 1. Fury's going to be on his bike. There ain't going to be any cheating involved. He's going to try and run for 12 rounds, and it's not going to work out. I got Wilder in 6. I got Wilder in 6. All right? I'm not playing with these fans no more because y'all guys are not fans. Y'all guys are not fans. We're pointing out facts to you. We're not making it up. Everything that we said, we talked about, we see. You see. But you don't like this man because why? You don't like how he throws a punch? You're stupid. You're crazy. We dealt with 10 years of everyone hating on Floyd Mayweather because, oh, he runs to the ring. He don't knock anybody out. He's boring. But he broke every pay-per-view record I could think of. Now we have a heavyweight champion who's for the people, doesn't have the prettiest style in the world, but according to his record, he gets the job done, and all you do is tear him down? That's what I tell you. That's all I got, Blue. I got to get out of here, man. Thank you for having me on, brother. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Check me on Sunday, 7 p.m.
Salute to you, K. Renee, go ahead and cook.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good?
Yes.
All right, I just always check, man. You know, I think this is going to be. When is the fight? Is there official? There's no fight date yet, right?
The date is looking like December 19th. That's the official date. I mean, obviously, you know, they're looking to host it at the Raiders Stadium. Hopefully, they're able to have fans in the arena. So Raiders Stadium holds 60,000 fans, right? So they're looking to be able to have 20,000 fans in the Raiders Stadium and still have social distancing, because you got to have 2 seats in between with 20,000 fans still in the arena. You see what I'm saying?
All right. Okay, and you know, it's a really hard to call fight for me, man, because as far as who will win, I do know this though. I mean, this is at least what I can say. You know, a lot of people are focusing a little bit too much on the rematch. You know, Wilder versus Fury 2 and the way that Wilder got hurt, which is, I mean, I do focus on that too, but that makes us forget the first fight, right? What Drew Titan just mentioned a moment ago, that, you know, it makes the first fight, man, we got to understand Wilder, he took down Fury twice. I mean, I think it was twice, right? It was twice. I mean, I just remember the last knockdown, man, where Reese, you know, the referee, it looks like he went over 10 count, the 10 count, right? Gave Fury extra time to recover. And we see, you know, Wilder in the first fight when he fought Fury, he was fighting quite differently. Obviously, so is Fury. But, you know, the reason why I mentioned the first fight is because in the trilogy, you know, Wilder has to go to the body a little bit more, be more active in combinations with the jab, right? Use more athleticism. You know, maybe a lot of people don't see Wilder as having athletic ability. I personally think he does if he really tries. You know, and obviously we know that he has the angles to land punches and power punches, but it's not just about landing power punches. If Wilder boxes more and, you know, uses the jab more like he was in the first fight, you know, I think, and I mean, this news just came out. I mean, this is fresh as far as, you know, that Wilder is in shape and he's ready. I think he's training. Is he training already?
Yep. He's back training. He's in Miami.
Yeah. So, and then the thing here is we can see also, you know, so he's training, he's in shape, he's ready, you know, his mind is good. He's, you know, Wilder, he stays in shape between fights too, man. So those are all pluses. These are all advantages that Wilder has, you know what I mean? And I was talking about, I think it was yesterday I went live and I was just talking generally about somebody, like I was talking about White and Povetkin. Yeah. And the thing here is that many people see Wilder, they count him out. They count him out because of his style, right? They count him out more. You know, a lot of people count him out more just because he has, put my finger here, one loss, just one loss. They're counting him out now. You know what I'm saying? Curtis Anderson also, I remember he commented on the live that I was talking about yesterday, you know, and we were talking, chatting there with the community that a loss, 2 losses, 3 losses doesn't define a fighter. We're in a generation where, you know, it's sad, man. This era of boxing community, fans, whatever, they think that a loss, you know, just is over for a fighter. But we have to understand, man, the legends of, you know, how Curtis Anderson says, of yesteryear, the legends of yesteryear, they learned from their losses, man. I mean, Devin Haney just posted yesterday, I think it was on Twitter, that, you know, we take many L's in life, but not in boxing. It's like even boxers have the mentality nowadays of one loss, it's over. It's over. You know what I mean? Of course not. I mean, I went to a recent example yesterday about, you know, we just go back just a little bit, even though it's controversial, whatever, right? But it is what it is. Anthony Joshua, when he got plummeted, when he got pounded by Andy Ruiz, what did he do? He went straight back, you know, to train. He was more focused. That loss served him well. Canelo, even though, you know, we all know the story, controversial opponents, et cetera, but my focus is on when fighters lose. When Canelo lost to Mayweather, it served him well, man. I mean, that loss helped him more than anything, you know, as far as with Canelo too. So when fighters lose, man, it fuels the fire. I mean, it makes you work on things that you're weak in. So Wilder, this loss, man, I mean, seeing how it is so far, he's been quiet. He's been really quiet. You know, silence is key, man. I mean, being quiet at the right times. Wilder has been quiet for months, man. He's been quiet for months. He's been recuperating, resting, recovering, you know, triple R, right? And I think that these are all good signs, you know, and I hope that he does bring more of what I was saying, combos, you know, going to the body more, using that footwork. And I know he has it. I know he has the athletic ability to do it, because if you guys go back and to the Wilder Stavern rematch, remember how he ran up to Stavern? He ran up to him, and then he did some awkward angle with his feet. You don't really see that much in boxing, man. He ran up to Stavern. He like sprinted up to him, did a quick, sharp jump to the right, like as if he were a basketball player, man. And boom, you know, strong power punch to take Stavern down, dude. So, you know, Wilder has the athletic potential, athleticism that he can use in the ring against Tyson Fury, and I hope he's working on those things, you know. If he does, man, I think he really has a high probability of taking Tyson Fury out, you know what I mean? But then again, Tyson Fury, man, I mean, what he did in the rematch, now I do focus on this part as far as Tyson Fury. We see what he can do in the ring, you know what I mean? I'm not the type of person, I've said it before, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not the person to investigate those things. I'm not very good at that stuff, as far as the gloves and stuff like that. But what I do know is with Tyson Fury and what he showed in the rematch, that twitchiness and, you know, that head movement, and you know what I mean, that can really offset an opponent, you know what I mean. So that's why I see it a close fight, man. I just this trilogy, man. But if Wilder works on what I'm saying right now, as far as his athleticism, you know, combos, using the jab, you know what I mean, using the you know, generalship, the ring a little bit more, I think he can really take out Tyson Fury. But I'm really expecting, man, some fireworks in this trilogy, man. Hats off to him, man. And I'm going for Wilder. I've been going for Wilder since the first fight, man. But I got to reiterate, this defeat that Wilder has, it does not define him, man. We got to get our mindsets out of that, you know, undefeated, you know, record. We got to get our mindset out of that, because you go back to the glory days of fighting, I guess we can say, right? You know, back in the, you know, like Curtis Anderson knows a lot more about it, but, you know, back when it was black and white TV, you know, even this 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s era of boxing, man, the greatest champs had several losses, man. So, I mean, you know, Wilder, he has, you know, the whole future ahead of him as far as this, you know, the probable win against Tyson Fury, man. That's pretty much all I gotta say right now.
Yeah, man, I agree with you, man. John Page, my brother, in the super chat, Batman, he said if you cheat once, you'll do it again to get back in the winning circle again. And my brother Lamar Davis, he said the WBC wanted him going because he wouldn't play ball and fight Joshua. They were too quick to deny it and keep it moving, and they were caught lying about the locker room as well. Yeah, they sure did make they made a grave mistake with that locker room situation, claiming that, you know, they was in the locker room and they witnessed both guys get their hand wraps, and come to find out they was in neither one of their locker room. So brother Lamar Davis back in the super chat, he said they tried to bury that man, but they couldn't. No one caught on until late. No cameras during training, towels over the cameras, sparring partner said gloves. We tampered the offer's case to go away. Facts, man. Go ahead, Kurt. What you got on that?
Oh, what? Ooh, boy. Wilder and Fury. I like Fury by knockout in 9, and I'm going to tell you why. And I'm really good at breaking down fights. I'm not always right, and I'm going to give you some scenarios why I feel like that. Wilder's been champion for 5 years before he lost 10 title defenses. He's a knockout artist. He will go down as a knockout artist. Fighters like him that are punchers doesn't really do well in rematches or the third fight. Sonny Liston, Jack Dempsey against Gene Tunney. Gene Tunney is Tyson Fury, and Jack Dempsey, Wilder was Jack Dempsey. And we all know how that turned out. Jack Dempsey was a ferocious puncher and was cleaning out the division until he met Gene Fullmer in 26 and 27. Gene Fullmer was a pure boxer who can fight backing up, sideways, right. He had beautiful footwork. Joe Louis lost to Smelling, a boxer. Then he redeemed himself in 1938, where he knocked out Smelling in 1 round. The reason I brought that up, everybody, is because people saying, well, Wilder's going to have to move, and that's not who he is. That's not his genetics. He's a puncher. That's it. You can't turn Deontay Wilder into Pernell Whitaker. He's going to have to change his attitude. Lennox Lewis did it against Hasim Rahman and Oliver McCall. Joe Louis did it against Max Schmeling. It's not style in this scenario with the Fury and Wilder saga. It's attitude. Can Wilder muster the attitude to be like, I have to sell out and knock this man out? And that's what Joe Louis did. And this is very reminiscent of this, of this situation with the 2 fighters, because Max Schmeling beat the hell out of Joe in the first fight. And Joe, before the fight, they asked him how long it was going to go, and he raised his hand while his hand was getting wrapped and said 1 round. That was his attitude. He was possessed. And that's the attitude Wilder is going to have because Fury, I know he's a flake. You can call him a cheater and everything. But I go by what I see in the ring. I break down the fighters individually, then I break down the fights that they fought, with each other. And the smartest thing Fury did, and I knew there was going to be trouble before the 3rd fight, he fired, I think his trainer was Mark Tibbs, if the name was right. And I said, why would he fire his trainer? The fight was close in the 2nd fight with Wilder. He said, I'm going back to my roots, the Kronk Gym. I said, I knew there was trouble for Wilder because Kronk, if you understand Kronk Gym, they're taught to be aggressive offensive fighters. Tommy Hearns, Milton McQuarrie, Jimmy Paul, Dwayne Thomas, Jesse Benavidez, Hilmer Kente, all came from Kronk, all fight the same way. Different skill level, but the styles were the same. They come at you, throwing long right hands, And that's what Fury did. He said that he was going to come to Wilder and I'm going to get him out of there quick. That was Sugar Hill going through Emmanuel Stewart. When Emmanuel Stewart was alive, Andy Lee and Tyson Fury lived in the Stewart household. So that's who he is. Because he recognized, see, when you fight a puncher, you don't make a puncher come to you because you're giving him momentum, and you don't want to do that with a puncher. When you look at all aggressive fighters like Tito Trinidad, Roberto Duran, Sonny Liston, George Foreman, they all lost to boxers. You put them on a back foot, and Fury knew this. Sugar Hill told him to do it. That was Sugar Hill all the way. And he put Wilder on the back foot, and disaster happened. And Wilder is going to have to sell out. If he doesn't have the attitude, the fire, a man possessed like Joe Louis did against Max Mellon, he has no chance of winning. How he's going to win? That right hand don't land. And Wilder hit him a couple of times with that right hand. And what people don't talk about, they missing the point. The first fight, Fury was still a little rusty. The second fight, that first fight was so close, and it's kind of the Andre Ward, Sergey Kovalev syndrome, because remember, Andre Ward didn't look good against Kovalev in the first fight because he was rusty. He had the injuries and plus the promotional situation going. That second fight, he looked totally different. And it's the same with Fury and Wilder. That rust now is knocked off with Fury. You see how he looked. He fought two different ways. He fought off the back foot in the first fight, and he fought in an aggressive manner in the second fight. And I'm like, Fury can fight. He's 6'9". He's not a Primo Carnera. He's not an Abe Simon. He's not a Nikolai Valuev, some big stiff that's in the ring. He's a big man that has rhythmic and perpetual motion. It's totally different when a big man is putting pressure on you than a man same size or smaller than you. And we seen what happened. The fight wasn't close. He was knocking Wilder around like a rag doll. If he come out and be aggressive, how will Wilder win without the attitude that I was just talking about? He can't fight backing up. That's not who he is. Wilder is a puncher. Punchers, by muscle memory, comes forward. But Fury say, hey, I can back this man up. I have the size, I have the strength, and I have the boxing ability. And we seen what happened. And before I pass it to Blue, look at the first fight. When Wilder knocked Fury down, what happened when Fury got up? He dominated the round and he hurt Deontay Wilder. I look at things from the objective perspective, especially with boxing. I sit here for hours on my couch and break down fighters and fights. I like Tyson Fury to knock out Deontay Wilder in 9 rounds.
Now you know, Kurt, that's not popular opinion there, right?
Yeah, but you can't. When you talk about boxing, you can't get emotionally tied up with cloud your judgment. I mean, when I put a bag on Terry Norris to beat Simon Brown. I lost a bag. Terry Norris got knocked out by Simon Brown. So the guy asked me, "You want to bet again? They fight a rematch." I said, "Nah, man, Terry gonna lose." And what happened? Terry Norris boxed beautifully, used the whole ring, and outboxed Simon Brown for 12 rounds. I got most of Deontay Wilder fights. I'm a fan of his. But just because I'm a fan, that don't mean I'm just going to be biased. I'm an objectivist, no matter what I do. And I just think Fury is the more multi-dimensional fighter. He has the genetics, the rhythmic and perpetual motion to offset Deontay Wilder aggressive and his power.
Salute to Avery Adams in the super chat. He says, "Salute, Blue Bud." Now, Curry, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, my great brother, because Tyson Fury has never displayed punching power, and that is the crunk style, the come forward aggressive style. But the problem with that is we see in the first fight, he didn't display that power. And in the 12th round of the first fight, you are right. The second after he got up, I felt he did win the second half of the after he got up, right? I feel like Wilder after he dropped him, I feel like he emotionally climaxed at that point in time. And when Fury got up, I think that he it's kind of like I felt like he shot his load emotionally. He thought Tyson Fury was out. So it's like equivalent to when you get subbed out the basketball game, you got to get warmed back up. So he definitely, Tyson Fury had success in the when he got up. But as far as him having the power in the second fight, the problem I have with that is we see that in the right glove had little to no padding in it. And in the first fight, with the left glove was flapping around. So it creates a distraction. And we know we have guys like Mickey Bay. Recently, Mickey Bay was here, and Mickey Bay said, you know, they use some illegal tactics at the Crunk Gym. You know, we had what's the kid name? What's that kid name? Joey Spencer. He came. He said that that's tactics that they use. And if you look at the fight, when he first knocked down, he punched Wilder behind the head, and then he punched him behind his ear. His equilibrium was off from that moment. And the fact that he had no pad in the knuckle area, he was palming him, he was choking him when he had him down. You know, these are all tactics. And if you're not cheating, you're not trying. But these tactics were above and beyond tactics, right? And so he never had the punching power, you know, to be able to do the damage that he created. That dent in the side of Wilder's the left side, Tyson Fury right glove has little to no padding. It aligns perfectly with the injuries that Wilder suffered on the left side of his head. He has a dent in the side of his head, which the doctor stated that if it would have went a little bit further, it would have been it could have resulted in loss of life. So we know that Tyson Fury, and then Tyson Fury came out and said, well, you know, you blame it on your team. They shouldn't allow me to wear these gloves. You know, so we understand these tactics, and the fact that and salute to Hardbody J-Team on the super chat. Tyson Fury and 9, no disrespect, but please stop. Salute to Hardbody J-Team on the super chat. But with that said, you know, we see Tyson Fury just don't have that punching power. He don't have many knockouts. He has stoppages, and he never displayed that amount of punching power ever in none of his fights. And you want to say something, Kurt?
Yeah, whoever told me to please stop, then you don't know boxing, and emotionally, you just think Deontay Wilder is a superhero. Listen, Deontay Wilder, how many rounds has he lost in his 4 fights with Ortiz, you know, and Fury? You know, Fury's a better fighter than Ortiz. But I'm going to tell you this, Blue, you don't have to be a Tommy Hearns to have power. When you're 6'9", 300 pounds, and you're hitting somebody constantly, it's going to have an effect on a man who weighs a significant amount less than that 6'9", 300-pound guy. Fury doesn't have to hit hard. He can hit Wilder repeatedly, and it was going to have some effect. Now, I want Wilder and his team to check the gloves when they fight a third time. But this has everything to do with the style. It's a bad style matchup for Wilder. Now, Wilder go out there and land a right hand in 2 or 3 rounds and catches Fury on the chin and knocks him out, then everything is mute. But I just don't see that happening. I just see Fury, who's a more multi-dimensional fighter, going to Wilder's head and body, because you have to look who he has in his corner. Everything that Manuel Stewart knew and taught, Sugar Hill is displaying it. The way that Fury beat Wilder, that had Emmanuel Stewart would have did the same thing. And I think that makes the difference. It changed the whole tenor of the fight. And it was smart for Fury to recognize that I got to go back to my roots. You know, and real quick, I always go with the fighter who has more dimensions to his game. Fury is a very good fighter, and now is more dangerous than Wilder because he don't have to fight off the back foot. He was leery of Wilder power in the first fight, but look at him in the second fight. Him coming into the ring with that crown on, this wasn't a title fight. It was a coronation.
Yeah, but the thing about it is I can't give Fury that respect because I don't know what would have happened had his gloves been on the up and up. And he landed that punch early in the second round. So that punch knocked his equilibrium off from the first knockdown. Shouldn't have even been a knockdown. It was a punch behind the head. And he's punching him with no padding in the glove and palming him and choking him. So I don't know how this fight here, this trilogy, is going to be on the up and up. There's going to be no glove situation. There's going to be no, all of that is going to be done away with. All of those tactics he used, because you see, this is my thing. You have a lot of confidence coming forward when you know you have an advantage. You see what I'm saying? And yes, he is a big guy. He is, hold on one second. The real T-Shell, salute in the super chat. Wilder will have to use his athletic ability more in this trilogy. He has to use all his advantages. Salute. My brother Claude Brown in the super chat. Blue, I don't agree with him because whenever a man tries to you in the ring and get you another chance at him, would not leave anything on the table. I personally think Wilder is going to come out and try to Tyson Fury. He's going to come out. He's going to come out. But see, that's the thing. He can't emotionally come out. He got to, because this is still a sport of boxing. He have to come out cool, calm, and collective. Now, he could be aggressive, but he still got to be under control. Salute to my brother Hardbody J. Timo once again. He said, no, I may not know as much as you, but you failed to critique the deficiencies of Fury. Fury is not stopping Wilder without cheating. That's my thing, right? So this fight is going to be on the up and up, right? This fight, all of the tactics that Fury used. See, when you have an advantage, yeah, he's 6'5", he's mobile, he's athletic to be that big. But the thing is, when you have that advantage and you coming forward and you have this advantage, your right hand, your right glove has zero to little to no padding in the knuckle area, and your left glove is flapping around. When you have those types of advantages and you hitting a man behind the head and you hitting him, behind his ear and using illegal tactics in the ring, right? We don't know exactly. If I have plaster in my knuckles like Antonio Margarito, he was comfortable against Cotto. You know why? Because he knew he had that advantage. He wasn't comfortable against Shane Mosley in the second fight, and I mean when he fought Shane Mosley, because he didn't have that advantage. The advantage was taken from him. Tyson Fury in the first fight was not comfortable. He was not sitting down on his punches. He was leery of Wilder's power because his only advantage was that flappy left glove that he was flapping. And when you have a flappy left glove like that, right? And it's like somebody using a towel, right? And they flipping it in your, it makes you react. You're going to react because you're only human, right? And so he's flapping that glove, and then the right hand comes behind it. It's a distraction to the human eye, right? Somebody said, John Page said, I miss your super. No, I got you. I read it, King. I read it. Batman, I read it. I read your super chat. So I think you missed it when I read it. I had it on the screen. So so you take that advantage away, and then the fact that with that no padding, with that size, with his 6'9", 280-pound frame, and no padding on the knuckle area, coming downhill because he's taller than Wilder, and hitting him behind the head, right? And the first punch, you see, Tyson Fury has never done that much damage to any opponent he's faced like that. So to do that damage, to dent inside his head, to hit him behind it, Wilder literally have knots going down his spine, going down the back of his head. Now I know this for truth. I've seen the pictures. So he has knots and going down. A padded glove is not going to do that. So yeah, your confidence is high, right? And you're going to walk forward to a guy like that. Your confidence is high because you know you have an advantage. And it's just like Tyson Fury said, when Wilder hit me with that right hand in the second round, he said, I was almost nearly out of there. That's what Tyson Fury said. But he knows to himself, I have an advantage. And if I could land this punch enough time, this right hand, enough times with no padding in my glove, right? I'm going to do some serious damage. And that's what he did. And we got to look at it from this standpoint too. Even having that advantage, he didn't knock Wilder out. Even he had that advantage. The fight was stopped because of the team saw enough, but he couldn't knock him out. And a telling sign that something was off after he punched him behind the head and all that with pretty much a bare knuckle. When he hit Wilder to the body, right? And Wilder fell straight back. When somebody hits you to the body, you go to the side or you react to it, right? You cover up. But when he caught Wilder with a left hook to the body, Wilder fell straight back because his equilibrium and everything was off from those illegal punches. Salute to Johnny Player in the super chat. We have to expect more from Wilder. It's no reason that he shouldn't be developing fundamental skills, and you're a champion. It's not that he don't have fundamental skills. It's not that he don't have the skill set. It's that when you have that, I always say this, we got to understand something. When you have a special gift, a la Roy Jones, athletic ability, a la Deontay Wilder, that power, right? Mike Tyson's ferociousness. When you have those types of skill sets, those types of advantages, you tend to fall in love with them. You saw when his hand was broken, his hand was hurt against Chris Arreola and guys, his jab. He stopped Chris Arreola with his jab, right? He beat Bermane Stiverne 12-round decision in the first fight. So we know he has these abilities. It's just that when you have that equalizer, sometimes you can fall in love with it. It's like Roy Jones. He had that athletic ability. Roy Jones fell in love with it. And so he paid for it later. Because when his reflexes started to fade, he started to pay for it. He couldn't get out of the way of those punches. And Roy Jones reminded me of the Muhammad Ali movie, when Muhammad Ali was trying to get back from Joe Frazier, and he was like, move legs, move legs. And the legs he got caught with the left hook. That's what Roy Jones' career reminds me of. It's like you could see it coming, but you can't react the way you used to react. But as far as Deontay Wilder, I can't give Tyson Fury that credit. I can't give him I can't credit him for this because it's not on the up and up. If you have any type of advantage going into the ring, and we know it's advantage because those pictures and those injuries align perfect with what's going on, right? And so when we know you have that advantage, any advantage, I can't give you credit for it because I don't know if you could do it without it. And I didn't see it in the first fight. Even though in the first fight, I saw a man that was not confident. I saw a man that stayed on his toes. I saw a man that was moving. And I thought, and I asked Tyson Fury this at the weigh-in. I said to Tyson Fury, your success after you got up in the 12th round, was that was that motivation to feel like you go forward? And he said, yeah. That's why I went back to the Crunk Gym. But my thing is, he still was overly confident because I felt like he knows he had an advantage. When you feel like you have that advantage, you don't mind walking through the fire because you know eventually you could catch up to the person. And so those injuries that Deontay Wilder suffered were not normal. And to have a dent in the side of his head, a dent, Tyson Fury has never had that much power. Never. I don't care how big you are. You were never going to be able to generate that much power with boxing gloves on to create a dent in the side of somebody's head with this bone here. He dented the side of his head in. You're not going to be able to so we got to take into account also, we don't know what Deontay Wilder felt when getting hit with that bare knuckle. We don't know what his reaction was. Only he knows his reaction. Because remember, they got a poker face. So only he knows his reaction. It's just like Eric Morales told us in the second fight with Manny Pacquiao. That version of Manny Pacquiao was not the same guy that I fought the first time. That I beat, that I dominated, outboxed. That wasn't the same guy. Remember Eric Morales just sat on the canvas and shook his head? It's not the same dude I just fought. Because he felt like Manny Pacquiao had an advantage. Right? And Deontay Wilder was off front. You can see. You can see it. So I can't credit Tyson Fury for that because I feel like, and salute to my brother John Page in the super chat once again. He said, tell Wilder to holler at me and I could get him back to victory lane. I got Fury number, been studying him for years, and I'll give it to him for free. Salute to my brother John Page, man. That's Batman. Gary Russell, brother. Clap a fool salute. So I can't, if you have any type of advantage, everything else went out the window for me. I don't care what you did good. I don't care what your footwork and the versatility. I don't care about none of that because you went in with an unfair advantage. You got to come in on an even playing field with everything on the up and up and tell me. Because even the first fight, Jack Reese, the referee, Jack Reese said that He thought Wilder being in the ring, being the third man in the ring, he said, I thought Wilder clearly won the first fight. He said, I could tell from the reaction in the ring. I could tell from, who was landing the cleaner punches, hard fight to score. But he thought that Deontay Wilder clearly won the first fight. Deontay Wilder dropped him twice in that fight. And I just can't credit Tyson Fury. Like it's like you going into a fight in the street, and then one guy got on brass knuckles, and the other guy is out there fighting fair. It don't matter how faster you was. It don't matter how more elusive, how more skilled you seem to be. You had an unfair advantage. So I don't know how this guy would have reacted if you didn't have that advantage. And that's my issue with Tyson Fury. I can't give him the credit because it wasn't on the up and up. This trilogy fight is going to be on the up and up because he don't got no choice for it to be on the up and up because all eyes are on him. All eyes are going to be on him. And just the mere fact that the WBC came out and lied tells me everything I need to know about that fight. He came out and said, I was in both locker rooms. And you wasn't in either one of their locker rooms. That's a telltale sign. For you to say, I was in both locker rooms and I watched both guys get their hands wrapped, and then Wilder showed me videos of him getting his hands wrapped, and Mauricio Sulaiman is not in the locker room. And then, ironically, they try to put out a video to debunk what I was saying, BT Sports, and they put out a video of Tyson Fury getting his hand wrapped, and Mauricio Sulaiman ain't in his locker room. So why did you sit on a national platform, on a platform, a network as big as Sky Sports and BT Sports? That's the UK's version of ESPN for us. So you just sit there and say, I was in both locker rooms. I watched both guys get their hands wrapped, and everything was on the up and up. And that's not true. And then to find out that the gloves that Tyson Fury wore are certified by the WBC. These Paffin Sport versions of Everlast MX. That's not even legal. No, man, that you ain't on the up and up. There's something wrong there. And for your gloves to be toyed with to the point where we know in this fight with Dillian White, Alexander Povetkin's team is saying, nope, I want to make sure bring me these gloves. I want to see these gloves signed. I want to see these exact same gloves come back to me. I want to see these exact same gloves come back to me because I want to make sure that they're not tampered with by Dillian White's team. So everybody now is going to pay even more close attention because we see that Tyson Fury situation wasn't on the up and up. It just wasn't. So I can't give him no credit for it. He looked like a dancing bear in there. He light on his feet and all that. But I know what I saw in the first fight. I ain't see you knock Deontay Wilder out. I ain't see you seriously hurt him. And I know in the second fight, even though you came forward, you ain't have that ability to do that to nobody else. And now you're doing it to him. And then I see your gloves situation and all types of stuff going on. No, I can't give you no credit for that. Salute to my brother Tory Harkness in the super chat. He said if the Nevada State Athletic Commission totally missed Fury's glove being tampered with after the Mosley versus Margarito glove scandal, Wilder should be suing because that's neglect. Facts. So that's my thing. I got to see him on the up and up. Now, if he's able to do the same thing in this trilogy match that he did in the rematch, because this is clearly going to be on the up and up. There ain't no way his glove situation, ain't none of that going on. This is clearly going to be on the up. Now, if he's able to do that in this trilogy match, all praise to him. The best man. May the best man win. But I see Deontay Wilder with that dent in his head, and I see these pictures that they sending me and showing me with these knots going down his spine, and then I see guys like Russ Adner who created Rival, and he says that when you don't use padding in your knuckles and a certain pair of gloves, all you're going to do is create knots on your opponent. And that was before the Wilder fight, before Wilder showed me these pictures, and Wilder didn't even know Russ Abner, who created Rival gloves and Rival equipment, even said such a thing before this Fury fight. And everything he said aligns with the injuries with Wilder have and the glove situation with Fury. Oh man, no, you got to show me that you could do it on the up and up because you didn't show me in the first fight. Now, the first fight, people could say, yeah, he was out. He was boxing him, and Wilder looked, like the lesser boxer in the fight. Then I'll give you that. But I know one thing. Tyson Fury wasn't confident. And like I said, when you have an unfair advantage, you could be you are very, very confident. And so when you're very, very confident, you could press the fight. You could push forward. And that's what he did. He pressed the fight because, and to me, here's the thing, right? Salute to Stay Sharp in the Super Chat. Until Fury gives Wilder a fair fight, I'm not buying it. Yeah, me neither. So this is my thing, right? Adili Ascari MMB, salute. So here's my thing, right? You can't, we understand he went to the Crunk gym and that's the Crunk style. Knock out or get knocked out, right? D Lucky said, I missed your Super Chat. Pardon me, King. Tory Hawkness. Oh, no, D Lucky, I read your Super Chat, King. Oh, no, I didn't. Wow. Salute to my brother D Lucky. He said, my thing is Wilder hardly ever wins rounds and has took a lot of punches. So that tells us Wilder has a strong chin. So I know tap punching Fury can't KO Wilder. Luis Ortiz couldn't even KO Wilder with harder punches. And that's my thing. That's my thing, right? We seen Luis Ortiz hurt Deontay Wilder. Luis Ortiz too was outboxing Deontay Wilder, right? But Luis Ortiz had him in trouble in the 7th round of the first fight. And he was landing clean, accurate punches. And nobody confused Luis Ortiz or Tyson Fury being a bigger puncher than Luis Ortiz. Nobody. I don't care how much weight he gained. I don't care how big he is. He was huge his whole career. But nobody ever confused him of being a harder puncher than Luis Ortiz. So now miraculously going into the rematch, he becomes a harder puncher with less accurate punches, because accurate, clean, fast punches are the ones that hurt you the most, the ones you don't see. He's hitting Wilder with less accurate punches, with less speed, but he's able to do this much damage? No, sir, I can't buy that. One Prague, salute in the Super Chat. I just can't. I can't give him that credit. I can't say he was the better fighter. I could say he had a better advantage. And now I can see him without an advantage do so on the up and up. I'm gonna give him his credit. I'm gonna give him his full out credit because I'm a fan of the sport of boxing first. But until I see him do it on the up and up, even the first fight, the first fight everybody's getting him credit for, but I'm looking at his glove bending at a 90-degree angle, and it's flapping all the way back, and it's flapping all the way forward, and he's flapping it in his face. Like, so you flapping, you distracting me, and you coming behind it with the right hand. That's an unfair advantage. That's like me going in the ring with a washcloth or a towel, and I'm flicking it at you, and I'm flicking it at you, and I'm flicking it at you. You're a human being. Your eyes are gonna, at some point in time, are going to focus on that towel. And if I quick enough to come behind that washcloth or that towel with my right hand, I'm going to be successful. So even in the first fight, he wasn't even successful. He wasn't even on the up and up in the first fight. He was using a flappy left glove. His lead hand, his arms, he already have go-go gadget arms. He's 6'9" with extremely long arms. So he already got go-go gadget arms. So with that, and then he's adding another 2 inches with this flappy glove. His hand is in the knuckle, his fist is in the knuckle area, and he's flapping it at him. That's the first fight. So I've yet to see him get in the ring, all things equal. Salute to my brother D Lucky in the Super Chat. He said, facts. Salute to you, King. So Kurt, I have yet to see Tyson Fury get in the ring with all things equal. So that's why I can't give him the credit. Not taking anything, because I believe he's a good fighter. But then I got to look at the situation with Steve Cunningham. Then I look at the situation with when he fought what's the old boy name, and he cut the thumb. He was cutting the thumb area. You know, he cut the webbing on the thumb. Like, this dude is never going in the ring with all this size and all his teaching, he is never going in the ring with up and up. And then when we see him in fights that remotely give us the thought that he's on the up and up, like that fight against Otto Wallin, look how he struggled with Otto Wallin. Man, I now looked at that fight a plethora of times, and I see his gloves look normal on both hands because he's confident that Otto Wallin is not a talented enough fighter to give him a run for his money. So he goes in those fights completely on the up and up.
I want you or the chat to answer this. If Wilder doesn't land his right hand, how he's going to win? How else can he win? I want to hear it. How can Wilder beat Fury if he doesn't land his right hand?
But see, that's the thing. He's going to land that right hand because he landed in the first and the second fight. And that's what Fury said in the second round when he landed that right hand. Fury said, man, I was almost out if he was able to get close enough. But Wilder was hesitant because he was getting hit with a bare knuckle. And look, Tyson Fury even said it. I'm dipping my hands in petroleum. He's a bare knuckle fighter. That's his history. That's what his father did. He's dipping his hands in petroleum. He's hardening up his hands, right? So Wilder's going to land that right hand. He landed in the first fight. He landed in the second fight. In the second fight, after he landed, if we watch the fight again, right? He lands, I think it's like the second round. And he wobbles Fury, right? And after that, Fury catches him behind the head. It's over. He can't. His equilibrium is off. He just got punched with a bare knuckle behind his head. The referee standing right there watching him get dropped and don't cause it a knockdown. He wasn't the same since then. So we couldn't see him back, able in a position because equilibrium was off from that point on. So the right hand was null and void at that point. He was just, trying to get back to his to settle everything back down. But his body wasn't going to settle down because it was already over. Once he got hit with those shots and that right hand right here, you could see once Tyson Fury landed that right hand to the left side of his face, it was over because he hit him with a right. And look, look at the injuries and look what hand we talking about. Tyson Fury's right hand. Look at the glove with no padding. So this right glove is landing here, knocking your equilibrium off with a guy, like we said, that's 6'9", 280 pounds, punching you, a professional boxer who has a history of bare knuckle fighting, that's punching you illegally behind your head and on the side of your, targeting your equilibrium. It was over. He didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance to land that right hand, but I believe he will land it in this third fight. And I believe you're not going to see the same confident version of Tyson Fury in this third fight. We ain't going to see that same version. He's going to be back on his toes because his advantages are going to be null and void. It's going to be over. It's not possible for him to use these types of gloves and have these advantages with the gloves and that flappy left glove. All of that is going to be gone. It's going to be on. It's going to be over with. Salute to D Luck in the super chat. My question is, how can you say Fury will KO Wilder in the 9th round? Answer that.
Because he has more dimensions to his game. If he puts Wilder on the back foot, see, I could break this down, but I want you to break it down to me. Wilder, doesn't land his right hand. Fury is going to come towards Wilder in this third fight because he's going to have Sugar Hill again, and that's the blueprint. He's going to land combinations just like he did in the second fight. He's going to go this time, and mark this down. He's going to go to Wilder's body, and he's going to try to land his straight right hand. He doesn't have a lot of power, but what I'm saying, when you hit somebody many times, even if you hit a rock, the rock will start to chip. And I just don't think, and we can talk about Fury gloves or whatever, but I've known fighters who used to fight, where they was being poisoned, and they never complained about their opponents, you know, with the gloves or whatever, because they won. They won. If Wilder would have won that second fight, you wouldn't have heard anything about Fury cheating. You have to go out there and do it. And there's some questions about Fury, and I'm not a Fury fan, but like I said, I'm the objectivist. I'm coming from that perspective. He already dominated. The first fight was a draw, whatever. You could make a case whoever won, but you're only as good as your last fight. Wilder got dominated. Ali used to hold people in the back of the head. Louis Resto took out all his gloves was tampered with, you know, when he fought Billy Collins. Billy Collins didn't say a word, but that was confirmed. Many fighters has cheated. And even if the fighter cheated and he lost, you know, you didn't hear anything because the fighter that had the disadvantage, he went out there and won. My point being, this is about Wilder not making the adjustments and not being a multi-dimensional fighter. He made the mistake like a lot of punchers make. They depend on their power. Trinidad the same way. You know, when Trinidad fought a boxer and Winky Wright and Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins, he couldn't do anything. And there was, you know, speculation. I know Trinidad used to do this. His hands wrestle was legal, but what he did was dip his hands in ice water to make him hard like a cast, but it didn't help because he was the lesser fighter. You know, when I saw the Ortiz second fight, I said to myself, I said, if he fights Fury again, he might lose because he was losing too many rounds. You know, and he hit Ortiz with the right hand, got him out of there because Ortiz made the mistake as being, you know, too close to Wilder. You know, as we say, he waited for the receipt and Wilder got him out of there. But as certain fighters, you're gonna have to use your boxing IQ or your overall skills to beat them. And we've seen it, Vernon Forrest, Shane Mosley, you know, Willie Pep, Sandy Sadler. It's certain fighters, Holyfield and Tyson, it's just certain fighters have your number. And people, you know, certain people in the chat, they know what I'm talking about. They might not agree because certain people, they'll be like, oh, that's impossible. It can't be impossible because it happened. People are too compelled and emotional when you root for a certain fighter, albeit race, albeit religion, creed, or whatever. You know, but like I said, I'm objective, and I like Wilder because he's giving me a lot of thrills, and I'm not a Fury fan, but he's the better fighter because he's the more multi-dimensional fighter, and plus his corner is 10 times better than Wilder's corner.
Yeah, but that's my thing.
Can I jump in real quick, Blue?
Yeah. 1 second, Renee. I just wanted to respond to Destro Primera. He said, Blue, if he had a dent in his skull, he wouldn't be able to fight in December. You tell me what that looked like. What you think that is? Right there. It looked like an L. Look at his eardrum and everything swollen right there. That's a dent right there that wasn't in there, that wasn't there before the fight started. That's a dent. Salute the skills from, well, I'm going to let you go, Renee. So let me just get the super chat. Skills from New Orleans, salute in the super chat. He said the blueprint was the cheat point blank period. He can't hurt Wilder naturally. KO is imminent. That's a fact. It's like the thing I'm trying to say, Kurt, is that we don't know what he could do. Salute to D Luck in the super chat. I have confidence in Wilder just as much as you have confidence in Fury. Wilder has mastered the right hand.
But what's after the right hand? Whoever wrote that, what's after the right hand? What's after? What can he do? You keep talking right hand. What does he have after the right hand? That's my whole point. Whoever said that, Blue, the name.
That was the brother D Luckett.
D Luckett. What's after the right hand? I'll wait till he, you know, you can go on, Blue. I'll wait till he posts something else.
Go ahead, Renee.
Yeah, I was gonna say something. What Curtis was talking about with the Ortiz rematch. You know, you can see that how Ortiz was boxing out Wilder well, getting them points, racking them points up. I think it was till the 7th round. Boom, out of nowhere, right? I don't think he should be doing that. You know, that's why I explained what I explained earlier, that I don't think that Wilder, I mean, quick example, man. What's another example? There's so many examples, right? You had I think it was Jamal James against Thomas Delorme. Thomas Delorme, obviously different sizes, whatever, right? But the point here is that it looked like Thomas Delorme was trying to rely more on knocking out the boxer, you know, which was Jamal James, welterweight division. Also, you have Rolly, right? Rolly against that Marinez, right? The robbery, a lot of people say, right? Which I agree with. It was a robbery. But you know, Rolly was relying on that power punch, man. And I don't think Wilder should do that. You know what I mean? As far as with the trilogy, I mean, you're just relying on the power punch, man. And I agree with Curtis on this, that you just relying on the power punch, I don't think will, you know, I mean, it's possible. I mean, obviously it is. We know Wilder's power, but I don't think in the trilogy it's gonna, you know, I don't know if it's gonna work, man. I mean, it just makes me doubt. You know what I'm saying? And you know, all this, you know, controversy is just gonna make the fight even more interesting. It is making the fight more interesting, you know. And you can just see the chat. You know, some people agree, some people don't. I mean, this is all part of it, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying this, you know, as far as the trilogy, as far as the skills that I see, you know, just based on skills and how they fight styles, I don't think Wilder should just be depending on, you know, he has to box more. As you guys all know, when a fighter boxes, the knockouts come naturally. You know what I'm saying? They come naturally. So I mean, that's what I wanted to say there.
And I want to say this real quick. You know, when somebody said, who's the hardest puncher you ever seen in your life? Who's the best knockout artist? I always say Tommy Hearns. Unlike all those guys I mentioned, Deontay Wilder and Ernie Shavers and Bob Foster and so on, Tommy Hearns was the best knockout artist. And I'm gonna tell you why. He can hide his right hand. Fighters that fought him before the fight was scheduled, they concentrated on not getting hit by Tommy Hearns' right hand. But he hit it so well because he worked on his craft. He only had 7 knockouts as an amateur, but he worked so hard, he learned to hide his right hand from Emmanuel Stewart. So he developed a left hook. And I always say, man, if Wilder get another punch and he can hide his right hand, he'll be damn near unbeatable, like Tommy Hearns. But he never did that because most heavyweights that can punch, they fall in love so much with their power, they feel that they don't have to work on anything else, and it becomes fool's gold. That's why Tommy Hearns, when you look at his knockouts and his highlights, he was the best at it because he hid his punches. No puncher hid his coup de grace, his knockout punch like Tommy Hearns.
Yeah, but see, like, my thing is this. See how we still saying he's limited? We can't say that against Fury. Like, we can't say that he's limited and couldn't land the right hand against Fury because in both fights, Fury had an unfair advantage. In the first fight, he's using his lead hand. His arms is already 85 inches. He added another 2 to 3 inches on his arm reach with a flappy glove that's distracting Deontay Wilder. So on top of that, right, that's a distraction. So if you it makes me flinch. It makes me hesitant, right? It's just like a feint. If you feint me, it makes me hesitant. You freeze me, right? So he's flapping his left glove in Wilder's face he's already the bigger, taller man. So imagine Wilder having a flappy left glove. Now we know his right hand is the equalizer. So imagine his lead hand being his flappy left glove in front of Ortiz's face. Then he's got the reach advantage, he's got the height advantage, and he's flapping that left glove, his lead hand, in front of Luis Ortiz's face. That's going to distract Ortiz, and Ortiz at some point in time is not going to see the right hand coming behind it. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's blinding him with it. 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 And then that right hand is going to come behind it. Right? It's just like in football. In football, they don't want you to wear a visor for 2 reasons. Right? For one, if everybody on the field is not using it when the sun is out, it gives you an unfair advantage. If I'm a corner and you're a receiver or vice versa, and we running down the field side by side and we both look up and I got on the tinted dark visor and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we both look up and you don't have no visor on, the sun is in your eyes. The sun is not in my eyes. I got an unfair advantage right now. I could comfortably see the ball coming down. You can't. You're going to have a glare. It's equivalent to Tyson Fury using that flappy left glove. Flap. Look how many times he flapped it and then come behind it with the right hand. That's going to make Deontay Wilder hesitant. That's an unfair advantage. And now we get to the second fight. In the second fight, if I'm using the right hand, right, that has little to no padding, and I land that punch clean, I only got to land it clean to get your attention one time. That's it. Only got to land it clean one time. It's just like Cotto. You see Cotto in the fight, the first fight with Margarito. In the first half of the fight, that glove didn't kick in. The plaster didn't kick in. So Cotto was comfortable in the first half of the fight. Once that plaster started kicking in, Cotto's body language and everything changed. Because Margarito was still a slower fighter. But Margarito only had to touch him a couple of times, being a professional boxer, knowing how to throw a punch and landing it with illegal hand wraps or unfair advantage. It made Cotto hesitant. It made him pause. And that's what happened. Wilder in the second fight, in the first fight, the whole time he's using his flappy left glove. Flappy left glove, flapping in his face, flapping in his eyes. And he has a height advantage. He has imagine, you know what damage Wilder could have done? Kurt, what happened, Kurt? You know what damage Wilder could have done? Imagine Wilder having that flappy left glove with Bermane Stavern, or that flappy left glove with Ortiz, and being able to put it in their face and being able to come behind it with that right hand. That's an unfair advantage. So you take away, so we saying that he nullified his right hand, but in all reality, he didn't. He's using an unfair advantage to blind him, to pause him, to make him cause for pause. So he's now Wilder is not having the same confidence with his right hand because he knows we're coming back. Something is wrong. Coming back. Something is not normal. Salute to D Luck in the super chat. Wilder has a great jab too, bro. He is in camp for a reason, and he knocked Fury down with the hook. Stop thinking it's just the right hand. That's just what he's known for. So
you must be talking about another Deontay Wilder, but go ahead, Boo. I switched to my tablet. That's why you don't see my face.
Yeah,
I went from my phone to my tablet.
I'm looking. I'm like, wait, hold on. So yeah. So he had the you know, I feel like he had that. Wow, man, it's 6:30. We went right into BFTB time, man.
Oh damn.
I ain't even. I just looked down at the time right now, man. Wow. Oh man. Let's end this one, man. We'll pick this same conversation up. Renee, you good for tomorrow? You want to come on? Because I didn't even realize the time, man. Renee, you still there, King?
Renee, going once, going twice. Renee,
you there? Renee. Yeah, let's Kurt, Renee, you there?
Yeah, what's up, man? What's up?
I was gonna say, you want to pick it up? I didn't even realize the time in BFTB. We right into his time, man. So you free tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Thursday. I should be. What time? Around this time earlier, right? A little bit earlier. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I should be good.
I want to finish. I want to pick up this topic. Little Scrappy, what's good with you, man? John Player, salute in the super chat. He says salute. This was fire. Stephen Young, he said salute. People talk like Wilder has no skills. You don't get lucky 40 times. C Money 815, he said imagine Wilder cupping Fury behind the head and hitting him. Everyone would be crying foul play. Salute, Blue. He actually did clip him behind the head the first knockdown in the first fight. It was like borderline behind the head, behind the ear. But salute to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all in the super chat, man. But go ahead, Renee. Any last words? Tell them where you can find them, man. BFTB, man. I apologize, man. I didn't even realize it's 6:40, man. Unreal. Go ahead, Renee. You on mute.
Yeah,
thank you so much, man, for the invite, bro. It's an honor to be here. And just to reiterate, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be debate when it comes to, fighters, between fighters, fans and stuff like that. I mean, it's part of it. So we love it. You know what I'm saying? And thank you so much, Blue Blood. Y'all can find me at Renee Box Young. It's that simple. You see the icon with the Mexican colors. You know what I'm saying? Because we live in it down here in Mexico, down in the heart of Mexico, man. I'm living down here. So, thank you so much, man. I thank you so much, the community, Curtis Anderson, man. Awesome stuff. Be here with you. Blue Blood, everybody here. Thank you so much. Chat, Renee Box Young. You can catch me there. Thanks so much, man.
Yes, sir. So tomorrow, Renee, don't forget tomorrow.
Right on. Peace.
Appreciate you. Oh, look, Kurt, before you close this out, let me get to Claude Brown in the super chat. He said, but you two guys are looking at is what is Tyson Fury did in the second fight, but you're not looking at the fact that he cheated and he won't even have the same opportunity. Salute to my brother Claude Brown, man. We'll pick this up tomorrow, man. I apologize for cutting it short on y'all. I mean, we was good, man. We was flowing, and then I didn't even look at the time, man. So go ahead, Kurt. Just go ahead and close us out, good brother.
Yeah, real quick, man. Today was fun. I love debating. Like I said, I look at it from the objective perspective. If Wilder win, I'll be happy for him because I want to see him win. I'll put him up there, because it'll be a revenge type of thing. But I don't see it happening. But we could debate again, man. Great show, Blue. Thank you, chat, for spending your time with us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like the shitty videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.